Oh, Javi's worried because he's blocked.
Don't be worried, bro.
Nah, he unblocked me though. He unblocked me. I mean, honestly, it was just
What? He's blocked.
it was stupid. It was stupid. It was stupid. It was just over the fucking. It was over the what's you
Oh
call
my
it?
god, I don't care what it was about.
But whatever, it was dumb. Whatever. So I don't know. But I do like the way he paints though. I did like the repaint that he did on the Dark Phoenix. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, super dope. What, yo, how come it's not popping up on YouTube yet?
It just did. I just
Oh,
got to know. You know why? Because I had to schedule it for 1 o'clock. So
Mac, my man is on.
but it's on there. It's on there.
Mac
the
on
field.
here?
Yeah, Mac is on there.
Mac, making it Mac.
Oh,
Hey.
yo, what's up, man?
Yo, what up?
Oh,
What's
I see.
up, people? What's
What up?
happening?
What up? What up? What up?
What's happening? What's happening?
Mac, you're primarily Prime One. Did you order the? Did you pre-order the Batman Who Laughs?
Oh yeah, I got that day one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know you got it too, right?
Yeah, we pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
I'm freaking waiting for that shit. I'm excited for that one.
So you got the exclusive, right? You got it. You
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, awesome. Yeah,
Oh hell yeah! I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, I had to order from Prime One.
yeah. I can't wait to get that. See, yeah. So
Sideshow was sold out. I had to get it directly from Prime One.
yeah. So the funny thing is that I got mine through Sideshow, and that's like right when it crashed. So who knows if I'm even going to
Mac
get it?
broke it.
No, no. I'm just saying. Who knows if I'm going to get it? You know. No, that's
That's
Prime.
not cool.
Yeah,
No,
I was
Prime
on the
One.
wait list forever, and man, I honestly never had a problem with the wait list on Sideshow. But I think it's like waiting. I'm like, fuck, I don't think it's ever gonna convert. And then I saw it was low stock on the Prime One website. I was like, the fuck with that shit. I canceled the wait list on Sideshow and I went straight with.
Man,
Prime
the only
One.
thing I don't like about Prime One is if something comes fucking broken or something, you know?
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. It's
Well,
just-
they'll take care of you. I've dealt with them once before with some shit like
it
that
just
before.
long.
It just takes a while.
Yeah.
Bob,
Yeah, but that's another thing too. You see the damn piece there, you're in love with it.
Yeah,
No,
We're like
but
4 months,
honestly,
you know what I'm saying? You're like, you know the shit's there, you know?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
honestly, looking at the Batman Who Laughs, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. You never know what might happen. But I
Don't spit up, Barbara.
The jinx.
No, but what I'm trying to get to is it doesn't look like it's a piece that has little tiny delicate parts, like hair strands or shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, I mean, that's why I think I wouldn't have an issue with it.
Yeah. I'm hoping it'll be all right. I've rarely had a piece come from Prime One broken.
Or like the Prime One Venom, the only reason we even had an issue was because those tendrils were so delicate.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't. Look, the 2099 came perfect. The anti came perfect.
Yeah. I broke my 2099.
Oh shit!
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I broke the cape.
Oh,
Yeah. I got it right here.
the web shit.
you didn't fix it?
Yeah, I got another one.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I have an extra body.
Yeah, that little cape is kind of delicate, and then when you're gonna put it in, you have to kind of bend it in a way for it to fit because it's kind of like the insert. It's kind of like wave. It's not straight in, so
Yeah.
kind of gotta play with it.
You gotta heat it up.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Jesse, bro?
Oh, what up? What up?
How you doing?
What's happening, man? Welcome.
Oh,
Welcome to the chat.
so
Thank you.
You gotta take us on a pan around your room since this is your first time in the Matrix, brother.
Hey, I ain't got much, you know what I mean? I just started very like
It don't matter. It's
Yeah.
a year and a half or so or two. I mean, they take new displays and whatnot.
Is this the same Jesse that messaged me for the Spider-Man?
Yeah, what's up? man?
Watch Jesse do a pan around and have like the biggest collection of
Right.
Nah, dude. I wish.
Hey Mac, real quick, what's the channel up to, man? And honestly, I'm sorry, I could have swore I subscribed, brother. You know what I'm saying? I think my kids might have, because we're all linked to the same YouTube. They might have unlinked you, bro.
That's all right, man. Shit happens. It's all right, man.
No, I'm like questioning myself. I'm like, I could have swore I subscribed to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen you chat on the channel before, so
Yeah. So
but it's
I
all
don't
right.
know.
Man. That's not a big deal, man. I'm not worried about it. I lose subscribers all the time. You know, big deal.
What you up to now? You think?
1686, maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
Cracking that 2000 is tough.
Yeah.
It is.
Cracking
It
that
is
1,000 is tough.
It is. It shit sucks. And I've been dropping videos on YouTube since 2017, like probably January. I started before Chris did on Batman.
Mm.
But of course he drops like constantly. So you gotta stay dropping like constantly, and it's shit's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always get people asking me to do reviews and stuff like that, but I don't know, like I do one and then I don't know, it's just one of those things I can't keep up with. Like I got so much going on, like I feel like I don't commit, because once you commit, you can't just like flat out stop, you know what I'm saying?
Sure you can. Sure.
I mean, I guess, but then you start getting a bigger following, and then it sucks because you don't want to let those people down. I guess in a way,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Like people will start expecting you to start dropping things, and then all of a sudden, people start asking questions. Like what happened with Jem? When Jem started selling all his shit, like people just swarmed, like, "Yo, what's going on? What are you doing?" Like so, yeah.
Mac, I got to make a video for the channel. I got to come up with something creative.
Yeah.
Can I do like a little featured thing on the channel?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Nice. What do you got in mind?
I don't know yet, but I'm gonna think of something because that's Mac.
That's right.
Say it again.
I said I don't have nothing right now, but I'm gonna think of something. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm all about it, man. So yeah, I was working on. I just got a lecture in today, and I was so I wasn't on the show earlier. I was shooting a review on that, and
nice. I can't wait to see that. I got her coming next month.
Yeah, she's dope, man. X23 came in yesterday, so she's I got that going on too. So
wow, congrats, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Daredevil?
Say it again.
You have the Daredevil?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those two pair up pretty nicely.
Did you open up the X23 yet?
Oh yeah.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, she's dope, man.
You read me?
I missed out on the Daredevil, but I'm getting the Iron Studio, so I'm good.
Yeah, Mac, top 3 from SDCC.
The funny thing is, I have been so kind of backed up here. I haven't really watched it yet.
Oh wow!
I haven't really seen anything yet, so I plan on doing that tomorrow. Checking out Jim's video and some other things, but I hear Colossus look real good from what I'm seeing. Anybody picking him up? Anybody picking him up for sure?
The sideshow?
Yeah.
His price is right. His price.
I'm thinking about it.
75% picking him up.
Yeah, I'm up there.
Which one? Colossus?
That price
is
really nice.
Oh no, Colossus I already pre-ordered.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna wait.
Off your boy's link today.
Oh yeah.
2%.
Chucking up them deuces.
No, funny story. We did it last week, and then Aiton didn't get the email that he that I actually did it through his link, and then I actually called today, and they told me it went through the refer a friend link, but then Aiton called, and then I guess they couldn't figure it out, so they told him that I needed to cancel and redo it, and they would refund me the NRD to redo the whole thing. And I called, and I ended up getting the same person who Aiton spoke to, and so I called, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, I just spoke to Aiton, so you landed with the right person. Don't worry about it. We'll cancel it right now. We'll redo it." So yeah, but it worked out. The second time around, it went through. I guess he did a link with someone else, and it was like simultaneously. So something happened there, and then he didn't get my 2% thing.
Yeah, I overlinked them, yo.
Yeah, there's a little bug in the system, but Sideshow, like I said, they are encouraging it, which is a good sign. You know what I'm saying? They're not like, "Oh, you guys are abusing it." They're like, "Freaking keep it up." You know what I'm saying? That's like.
Of course, because they're gonna win. I mean, the more we share the link and buy, the more
They're making hundreds of dollars. They're making hundreds.
Man, when you kind of think about it, they're like, man, I don't care about 2%. What they're doing is they're like getting you to like to order the shit like faster because they're encouraging you.
2% on most of them is like $12, $14,
Yeah, but
$15.
that adds up. Yeah, but that adds up because the $14 plus what you get with the sideshow points, which is like $20, $30. You know,
Yeah,
you're looking at $40, $50.
Yeah, but 14
That's right.
is nothing compared to 700. Plus, they give out these stats. You know, they okay. Like let's say the people who have stores and stuff like that, they get a huge discount. So to them, us doing this actually
is less. Yeah,
exactly.
It's less than what they give out. So
exactly. It's less than what they give. It's way less than what they give out to anybody that has a store and says, okay, well, here's a statue. We give you a 10% to sell it at your store. Instead, they put us to do the work, and then
2%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
it's like it's mass marketing for them. I mean, it's a win-win. We should have did this freaking years ago, y'all. Straight up.
For real.
That's the thing, though. Let's try to make it 5%.
Yo, we gotta start promoting for Sideshow exclusively then, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. And I'm with you 100%. Fuck that.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me what I like.
Yeah, that's true.
I fully support that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't really know about that. I mean, because like I thought about the whole share thing, and I was like, all right, let me just, you kind of think about sharing it like on, with friends and family kind of thing. But when I got my Facebook back open, I did it specifically for for the statue community and everything, and just for the hobby, because I had closed it a while back. You know how drama is and whatnot when you got your own Facebook, you got family and blah, blah. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna open it for the statue hobby. So then when Remy started telling me about it, I was like, damn, that's pretty genius. I mean, because in common sense, because you're sharing something that people are already gonna purchase.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're seeing your link, like, what's up, bro? Let me get it on your link. All right, let me get on your link. Let me get that 2%. I'm getting it too. All right, boom, let's do it. So it's a win-win, So it's like common sense. And I'm surprised. I was like, damn, like I'm not seeing a lot of people do it. So I'm like, what the heck? Why ain't people doing it,
Yeah. What it is it's so common sense that you look past it. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. And what it is the people I'll be careful how I talk. It's I gotta
just say it. Just say it. Bro.
He's saying I get what he's saying.
I'm not trying to pick on no one, but the people that benefit off of it don't want to share it when you should actually share it because it's a community. It's meant for a community to benefit off of. It's not meant for single people.
In other words, there are certain groups that are affiliates to Sideshow, so it doesn't benefit them if we're sharing the link. You get what I'm saying?
Right. But the difference is that offends me personally is that it's a refer a friend. It's not an affiliate. It's a friend.
Right.
And I consider you guys friends. You know what I'm saying? Like I honestly, like, even with prime example, Mac's channel, I felt like I offended him by not being subscribed because I could have swore I was subscribed because I consider Mac my friend. You know what I'm saying? And I was actually embarrassed. No, dead serious.
How dare you not be subscribed to Mac? I mean.
No, dead serious. And I felt like I needed to put it out there that, you know what? When you put that post that a lot of people watch and don't subscribe, I was like, I'll be the first one to admit that I'm guilty of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just what it is. That's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm own up to it.
I think on YouTube sometimes a lot of people, you watch a lot of videos and you never subscribe to people. You get them in your recommendation or whatever, and then you just click on it. So that happens to a lot of people on YouTube.
Yeah, without even realizing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You get recommended all the time because the system is like, oh, he watches his videos, so he starts recommending you, and you think you're subscribed, but you're not. So because you keep seeing the videos pop up.
Yeah, that happened to me. Actually, I noticed that today where I was being recommended certain videos and I wasn't subscribed to the actual channel.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
For the longest time, I wasn't subscribed to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I was just on YouTube. But I never thought it mattered to anybody.
Right.
I'm like, who cares if I'm subscribed on YouTube? And then, as I started getting on the Facebook groups, I started seeing like, oh shit, this shit is important to people that I click that subscribe button. Fine, whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
too
I'm
many fucking
subscribed to
people.
everybody. I'm subscribed to everybody.
I'm
and
not.
actually have,
I don't even think I'm subscribed to Darth Castle, to be honest.
Oh,
I'm straight up serious, dog. Like, nothing personal.
But
You know,
explain.
hold on. I might be. I don't know. Let me check. 'Cause I see.
Because whenever we go on through my account.
Oh shit! Hold on. I'll clear myself up.
No, I subscribed you to Dark Castle. I made sure you were subscribed.
Yeah, you better. Oh, Hami,
Yeah,
I'm gonna feel real.
Oh, no, look, I'm subscribed. Look, check it out.
All right,
No,
here we go.
yo, but you gotta hit that bell, dog.
Yeah, you gotta hit the bell.
Wait.
He has the bell too. The
What does
reason
the
why
bell do?
he never has time for
It
anybody.
notifies you when the video comes on.
I don't got time for that. I mean,
I
it's
do it
not
for
for
him.
nothing. Like, you know, it's just I don't got time for a lot of this shit, dog. Like, it's just straight up. I'm being honest, you know.
Yeah,
No,
well,
yeah,
you know,
Like, I'll subscribe. Like for instance, when I'm on Dark Castle and shit, like I have to literally be like, okay, remember to hit like. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta hit like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But normally I just watch something. I won't hit like. I'll
You
like,
just watch the video.
watch the shit and that's it. You know.
I'm the one who gives everybody thumbs downs.
I know you. Are.
right before the show starts, right?
No, honestly, I just found out.
Especially
What
when
the
they hit
bell
on my
does.
collarbones and shit.
I didn't even know what the bell does. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the heck
Yeah,
is that?
the actually gives you notifications to your phone.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm with Ethan. I didn't think that shit was such a big deal to people to click
Yeah.
thumbs up and thumbs down. You know,
Well, because it's an
I
algorithm.
didn't think people were so like into like that.
No, it's not
You know?
that it's into it. The thing is that it helps your channel with the algorithms. So, like, you know, whenever you have a certain amount of viewers and you get the likes, even if it's an unlike or a like, then your stuff gets pushed more into like that type of
The recommended and stuff like that.
yeah, into the recommended type you know, whatever section.
I'll give you an example. Look, I'll give you an example. I've watched Jem's videos, man. I don't know how many times,
yeah.
like forever. Like, you know, I've watched his videos forever, and I don't think I'm not even subscribed to his stuff. It's not nothing personal. It's just, you know, I never get around to doing it.
Yeah, the thing is that he usually goes in and searches for stuff that he wants to look for. You know,
What it is
Hey,
we're
all
old and we're not hip. That's what it is.
All you got to do is just hit that damn button just once. And then it's there. Oh, Hami, all you got to do is just press the button. That's it. And then you just hit the little bell.
Yeah, but you know what?
No, wait a minute.
No, you know what? Okay, I get what you're saying.
He forgets about it. But
Yeah.
I'll put it to you like this. Somebody starts watching the show because they're running late. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you know, oh, the show's fucking, you know, you got them with the show because it's interesting. You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
So they're into the show, so they're not into fucking clicking like or subscribing and shit. They're fucking actually engaging with what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is, you know, since they're so engaged in you, you know what I'm saying? They just forget to fucking.
You know that happens.
I got you.
don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes any sense.
It makes
Definitely
plenty of
does.
sense.
When
Yeah,
you're in
because
the chat, when you're in the chat,
Watching
you
the
actually have
chat.
to get out of the chat to click the like button and then to hop back into the chat into the chat.
And I ain't even gonna lie, I'm subscribed to some of them that I get the notification, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to see this shit. Like I don't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, it's not a good time.
I'm just saying straight up. You know what I'm saying?
Thor, can you send Eddie an invite?
I love how real you are, man. For real. I
Yo,
don't care. I don't care.
I
Whatever,
like
dog. Hey, I ain't fake, dog. What you want me to be fake?
No,
Yeah,
I
man.
don't. I don't want anybody to be fake.
I'm actually subscribed to everybody, and then like I love the live shows. That's like my main thing. I love the live shows. I love it every time a live show goes on. I love to go in there and chat with everybody. Before I used to like lose track of the times of who started when. And for instance, like I'm also subscribed to Rad Titan. So whenever Rad Titan like gets online, you know, I get the notification because I never know when they go online. But you know, I get a notification on my phone and I'm like, oh shit, Rad Titan, I'm gonna go in there, you know. And it happens every once in a while where I can and I can't. So I like the notifications. I think it's
I like that too, but I think like so after time, I think that I don't know what happens. I think that over time, I think that YouTube just stops. Like you'll have a channel recommendation, or you'll have it clicked for the alerts, and sometimes it just doesn't show up.
Look, that's the same thing. I was
get
like,
it on my phone all the time.
no, you know, what Max saying right now. I didn't think I was subscribed to Darth Castle because I didn't get the notification today. And I go to the channel right now and I'm subscribed.
Because you also have to ding the bell. You have to ding.
You already got my fucking Phoenix.
Bro, do you not listen to YouTubers? You gotta hit subscribe, ding the bell to get the notifications. If you don't hit the bell, you don't get no notifications.
Homie, we gotta be hip, man. We gotta be hip. We gotta know how to hit the bell. And
ring my bell. Ring my bell.
They're ready to hit me up on fucking YouTube. Where the fuck are you?
I like when I post a video on Instagram and it'll have like 1,800 views and then there'll be like 25 likes. And I'm like, y'all motherfuckers are just watching my shit and not liking it.
Yeah. So I recently just did like I was just checked out my my channel stats. Yeah, and I was like, it was what the fuck was it? It was like 80% of the viewers that watch my channel aren't subscribed, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's how it usually is, though, because I've seen other channels that say the same thing. They're like, damn, everybody watching, but nobody subscribed.
Yeah, and it's crazy. So it is what it is. It is what it is.
That's just YouTube. That's just how YouTube is.
Yeah.
It's not channel too. What do you have? 650 subscribers. You get 1,000 views a week.
Yeah.
No, but see, I'm telling you, Mac, I think a lot of people like don't know how it works unless you're actually a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I actually didn't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess I'm a YouTuber, I guess. I fall in that category.
That's what it is, and I'm a 2%er.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yo, you do my favorite reviews. What up?
What?
Your reviews are my favorite.
Stop saying that.
It's the truth.
Stop.
We all know Mac has the best tracks.
It's the truth, bro. If I were to make videos, that would be the way that I would want to do them.
I don't know, like you guys have been doing this for like a very long time, and I've always get like people telling me, "Hey, I can't wait for you to put up like a review or a video or whatnot." And like lately I've done a couple of videos where I just don't talk and I just do like music, whatever. And it's kind of like, damn, I know people have asked me, but at the same time, I feel like who cares about what I think, Like I don't even want to go that route,
Well, to be honest with you, Barbara, I mean, for you, I mean, you've got a whole another like kind of way to go at it because there's not a lot of female.
That's right.
Females out there that do these videos, and like your quality is already there. So like you have like if you think about it, it would be you, and I think that there's Gina, and I think that would be that would be it. So that would bring a whole new viewing audience. To females, so like your perspective would bring a lot to it. And
it's totally different.
Believe it or not, now that she said my fucking Phoenix sucks.
Oh god. Believe it or not, like I've done it. Like I did a review for Rogue. I never posted it up because I kind of like after I did it, I was kind of like, fuck this shit, I'm a little bit shy in a sense where I'm with you guys here talking and whatnot, but when it comes to like doing the review, I kind of look at it, I'm like, fuck it. Who cares about this shit? Who cares about my opinion?
Right? Doesn't the review feel more permanent, even though they're both the same?
Yeah, it does. It does, because at the end of the day, you're putting your thought in, and it's not only that, like, okay, I don't even need to do a review because I get literally like people messaging me all the time asking me, hey, what do you think about the statue? What do you do you like it or get it or whatnot? And I try to do my best to, tell them, hey, yeah, if I got it, I like it, if not, it wouldn't be in my collection.
Nobody messages me that kind of shit.
Yeah,
really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, even sometimes get messages like, what do you think about the pricing for like certain, even the Phoenix?
All the time. I can show you a shirt.
And I'm honest, and we're honest, dog. I'll tell them, look, I wouldn't pay that much amount of money for a statue, whatever.
I'm serious though. You never get messages like that, A2?
No, people don't ask me what I think.
So
I get messages like that all the time on Facebook, on Instagram, and I like giving my input, but at the same time, it's like, okay, if I say this is what's, what it kind of like what you said, it becomes permanent, So I get kind of shy in a sense where like, okay, I'm gonna step back. This is too much for me, you know. I don't know if you guys ever felt that.
And then you get one hater on the comment saying some dumb shit too.
Yeah.
That's my favorite person.
Yeah, I felt like that all the time before I actually started the channels. And Barbara, you just got your 290th subscriber, by the way.
Boom!
I wonder how many. I mean, I look at statue reviews, you know, but I wonder how many of you guys actually look at the statue reviews to actually hear what the person has to say, or just to look at the statue.
I like to hear the guy.
Because me personally, I know everybody has a different opinion, and so that's why I'm asking the question, because I want to hear what you guys have to say.
I want to
me personally, you know, yeah, I listen to the person. But I don't really care what the person has to say. I look at the statue.
I love you, bro.
Yeah,
I agree.
Fine.
Hey, that's not true. He's lying. You see, he's lying right now because I just said what I had to say about the Dark Phoenix XM, and he didn't like it.
He cared.
You're not a person, Barb. You're
proving my point. You're fucking proving my point. You were just fucking proving my. No, I'm fucking divorcing you. I'm fucking divorcing you. You sit in the fucking couch.
Yo, all this talking that's
first on Dark Castle.
Drink the shit and be quiet.
All this talk of divorce came surprisingly right after Barbara sent us her version of her old self.
Oh no!
Like her old portrait.
No, but for real, I'm serious. Like, how many of you guys actually listen to what the person has to say? And because I don't, you know.
No, I mean,
I like the
depends.
combination. You know, I don't want to just. It's kind of boring when you just have the music for some reason. For me, I like to hear the person talking. Yeah. So get some input. It's not like, oh, I have to hear if he likes it or not. It's more like I like to hear somebody talking about it.
But to a certain extent, don't you think whoever reviews a statue will always be biased to the statue?
Absolutely not.
Not everybody. Not everybody.
Bought, you don't think so? Huh? If it's something you bought, I think you already have a little bit of a bias.
Yeah.
Because
that's
you
what I'm
bought
saying.
it. Because you bought it because you liked it.
I'll get one of my statues. You know, I go get one of my statues right now and bring it out, and I'll dissect the shit. And because at the end of the day, I don't think that any of my statues are perfect. You know, even the Phoenix, the teeth, whatever. But not everybody does the same. But not everybody does the same shit.
Maybe that's the problem I had with Rogue. I honestly have to say that Rogue, I did her review. I have it there on video. I never posted it up. I don't think I ever will.
Maybe it was uncomfortable to say how good she actually was.
You know what? It was super uncomfortable to say how damn good that statue was. I could not pick one thing wrong with it. I don't know how many of y'all have her, but honestly, I can't pick anything wrong with her. I really can't.
Is that because you thought people were gonna say you're, going to?
I'm biased. But I really, I have no problem saying, look, I took out the Phoenix portrait. Hey, yo, look, this is what she looks like. She's a fucking badass statue, but her portrait, especially seen after what Lewis did with her portrait, I could say her portrait.
Yeah, even one of the X-23 portraits, I showed it to you. Look, it looked like she have a chipped tooth. You know what I'm saying? So I got no problem with one of my statues, and like, you know what I'm saying. But how many people will actually do that? You get what I'm saying?
But I think the community needs more of that. And I think there are a few, not the majority, it's actually the minority that actually do that. And if I could speak freely, I would say Jim kind of shoots it straight on a statue. If it's crap, he kind of, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying?
I think Jim is one of the ones that have always done good reviews of the statue.
At the end of the day, can you give 100% like unbiased? Like, I mean, listen, I'm not saying I'm the only person who could break down a statue like that. I just think it's very hard for me to trust somebody to convince me.
You can't put all your stake. You can't put all your stakes on just the review. You visually have to see it yourself too.
That's right. Yeah, but
listen to the input and then make your own decision on what you're seeing. But you might agree or disagree. But
Julio G in the comments said more honest reviews are welcomed, and I totally agree. I think it needs a more balance of honest reviews. And like, for example, last night, Jim said he was like, if I was a DC,
it worked.
He was like, I'd sell all my crap. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'd sell all the old pieces, and I was like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this dude just like shot it to you straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's
yeah,
one thing.
I get what you're saying, Remy. But honestly, I get what you're saying, Remy. But honestly, you know what? When you come to think about, when you really sit down and think about it, a lot of people get offended. Let's say I got my X23 statue right now, and I just showed you how the tooth was. It looked like one of the teeth were chipped or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care because I love the statue. You know what I'm saying? But some other person who has that statue is gonna get offended because.
Why the fuck did you say something bad about it?
Exactly.
Yeah. You can't make everyone happy.
I don't understand that point of view because at the end of the day, if you want something perfect, stop collecting.
Right.
Yeah, you're 100% in the wrong hobby.
No, but
yeah, at the end of the day, when you get a statue and then you get another statue and then you get another statue, you expect each statue to surpass your previous one.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying?
And then after a few, you start realizing that's not how it goes. Each one is individual. You have to take it as its own,
Yeah.
No, I wish I really never had any issues with Sideshow. I could sit here and say I've really never had issues with Sideshow in regards to sloppy lines, paint job, so
I didn't like the mystique, the sloppy lines on
that was the only one I had an issue with. And I even showed you Atham. It wasn't even exaggerating.
Yeah. No, it was clear issues to me, but I would have asked for a replacement.
It was really bad. It wasn't one of those issues where
I would have said, "Yo, can I get a replacement?"
Yeah.
No, but being straight up, it wasn't one of those issues where I needed a magnifying glass to say, "Hey, she has this." No, it wasn't like that. But she had pros and she had cons, but she had pros too. She had a beautiful portrait. That thing, it was amazing. It was really nice.
The swap out EX hand.
Yeah, that
face is beautiful.
You know what? I didn't like the swap in mine. I didn't like the swap out because the edging in her upper.
It looks like they didn't sand it.
I can see that.
And it had like a weird, I guess just a sanding issue,
But other than that,
even the claws when she came, the claws that were coming out, like if you looked at the X23. It has a lot better.
It's way better.
It's way better. Like it's the quality and those claws coming out. It's way better than the Mystique.
Like,
almost like the Mystique was an afterthought. Oh, let's just put it in there.
No, yeah.
With the thing with
the Mystique, it was like if you look at the claws from the X23, like you can see the claw, like it looks like it comes out. But with her, it was kind of painted, so it kind of looked a little bit sloppy around the edges of and I think there was some glue issue, right?
It was weird.
Yeah, it was some glue issue on the claw. But regardless of that, she had her pros, she had her cons. I think she had a beautiful portrait. She had a beautiful base. Her sculpt was nice. It was just a matter of paint, and honestly, that's one of the issues I've had. Like I said, okay, so if I review this, with Rogue, I have no issues with that statue, none whatsoever. I can't pick anything wrong with her, whether it's paint, sculpt or.
Can you pick something off her that you don't like, Ethan?
Yeah.
No, I said I can't believe it when we did the unboxing. I said I can't believe I'm giving this a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Because if you could find something wrong with her, I actually appreciate somebody who could find something wrong with a statue and okay,
I feel like anything that I would say is wrong with it would be a reach. Like I would really be like, I'd force myself to think something's wrong.
That's the way I felt. That's the way I felt when I did the review. I never even posted because I said, "What the fuck? This is actually perfect."
Well, you work for Sideshow. You didn't want to.
I think somebody. Are you saying something wrong or a preference?
But you know what? Like each one of us has opinions and even reviewers and stuff like that. But if their opinions are backed up with some kind of facts outside of their own opinions, I think it becomes valuable. And a prime example, just in the chat last night, like when ATM was talking about the collarbone, I was actually, and I'm sure 60 viewers were like, "Oh well, I think he's right."
Does my collarbone touch my shoulder?
Yeah. I'm like touching I'm listening in the chat and I'm like touching myself. I'm like, I think he's right. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? Yeah, but you know what? That's good critique. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. And the same thing with review.
I don't see nothing wrong with him saying that, and I don't see, I know a lot of people say or hear what he's saying and he'd be like, oh, he's just hating on the fucking Mystique because he has a Sideshow one, so he's hating on the fucking XM one. I don't see it that way. I mean, I guess it depends on who's saying it per se. You get what I'm saying? Because how, I guess different characters or, different people, you know what I'm saying? So, I really didn't see it that he was hating or nothing. I just, it was good critique on it.
Well, I think critique based in fact is valuable. Critique based in just
critique based on actual holding and holding the statue in hand. Sorry, what's up, guys? Holding the statue in hand as opposed to pictures and lighting. I think, I do it too. Like, I see a picture, I'm like, and I critique it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it's better to have the statue in hand and be able to say, hey, listen, I think there's something wrong with this, as opposed to, wait a minute, we think this, we think that, and then it's all based on the picture.
I totally agree with what PJ's saying.
PJ, I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, it's an observation. It's an observation you're making.
I'm not talking about observation. I'm talking about people that actually like super critique it. It's like, I'm not getting it because of this. I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, it's a picture.
No, like I get what you're saying. Like I think that's I'm not getting it because of that. I think that's kind of like whatever.
Yeah, but what he's saying and I'm agreeing with is that you're breaking down a statue based off a picture, lighting, position, anything.
But at the end of the day, you got to remember. You're only going off of the picture because you don't have the statue in hand until a year.
Sometimes you only need the picture. If it's an idea that you don't like, the picture is all you need.
And sometimes, and I'm guilty of it. Like when Poison Ivy first came out, the joke was there. Poison Ivan. I had to run with it. Everyone in the community was like, Poison Ivan, ah! But it was funny. The crowd was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So whatever. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, how many times have people? Perfect example. When Rogue first came out, how many people like bashed Rogue? I mean, I don't know if a team could. Fergalicious, Angelina Jolie. What is this? This is
faces. Everybody was spitting up about that Fergie portrait, and now the Fergie portrait is selling for $300 on eBay.
But wait a minute, we were critiquing the way that she looked like Fergie, but she never looked bad to the point where you said, I'm not going to order her because she didn't look bad. It was just an observation where you said, okay, she looks like Fergie, like any other statue where people say, okay, well, it looks like this person. A lot of people said that the Electra looked like Susan.
Psylocke looked like the Jenner dude.
Oh, God. She has a name.
But the thing is, I think a lot of, I think Barb, I think you mentioned you do this where you wait for the production pictures and pre-order it, and I do it too. Like I wait for everything to be released.
I didn't wait with her though, but I didn't wait with her. Look, I didn't wait for Rogue for production pictures. That was a day one pre-order for me because I need a Rogue, and I still like the Rogue. But I was actually one of the first ones that made that observation where I said she looks like Fergie because she did. And then I got her in hand, and I got way better than what I thought I was gonna get. But I still wanted her.
Do y'all really think the portrait is that different than it was?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is.
It's a little bit different. Yeah.
I think so.
Less makeup and stuff.
I agree. Less makeup, which I like a lot, and I think that made.
Yeah, you have beautiful eyes.
Oh, thank you. You too.
So I did have a problem with my road.
I'm like pretty close.
What was your problem, Mac? Go ahead. No, I'm kidding.
Fucking shit.
Man, I hated it, man. Hated it. No, man. I posted it in the video, man. I think the paint was just kind of it was sloppy on her eyes, and it looked like her makeup was running. So on the regular portraits. So I got another portrait for it.
And
so it was a matter of that.
Great. And it's still in the box.
They exchange it for you?
Is that Nick?
Yeah, how's it going?
Hey.
What's up?
2%.
Hey, Nick. What's up, dude?
Oh, hey, Nick.
What's going on? What's up, Tim?
Look at us. We got a full panel for after hours.
Yo.
We got more people after hours than the regular show.
I got my second win, so I figured I'd hang out a little bit.
So, what's the bottom line on you guys' opinion on reviewing on people reviewing statues and their personal opinion to a statue?
It makes no difference to me.
No, I don't think it really makes a difference. But at the end of the day, like for instance, when we were looking for a Spider-Man villain, right? We went straight to Jen's channel to go look at every single review he did for the Spider-Man villain. Because at the end of the day, you want to make a decision on what you buy.
I mean, but like I said, it has nothing to do with Jem. It has nothing to do with nobody. But at the end of the day, I look at the statue. You know,
I understand that, but there's certain things that when that person has in hand and they're actually reviewing it, it gives you an insight. Like, for instance, I had a lot of people tell me, okay, I did the review for the XM Phoenix, and I put her side by side with the Sideshow Phoenix. Now, I had a lot of people tell me, hey, I'm glad you did it this way because I can actually see how you can, you know, kind of display her without the big Phoenix in the back. You know, so
I think what you guys are saying too. Another thing is with reviews, they're great, but at the same time, what happens with a lot of people, and you guys were saying before, automatically, if somebody says something bad about a piece, the piece it's deemed bad forever. It doesn't matter who. Exactly. It doesn't matter who.
Look, that's what I said. That's what I said to A-Tim. It kind of like it's permanent. Once you say something, it's permanent.
You know what, Nick? That's a very good point, and I'm gonna give you a perfect example. At the fucking Sideshow Magneto, that shit was labeled so fucking bad that everybody that didn't fucking even see the statue or nothing. That shit's still on fucking Sideshow fucking selling.
Actually, and real quick, honey, would you say that the hobby is evolving right now? Like it's like a turn of the tide. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we're progressing for the better. More people having a voice, more people. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Darth Castle.
Shout out to Darth Castle, Collector's Chat. You know what I'm saying? Like
you guys fucking hear that? Everybody, wake
you
up.
guys have a voice, and I think it's good for the community, and we need more reviewers just shooting it straight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but some of it could be harmful. But some of it could be harmful. For instance, like Ohami was saying with the Magneto, I remember with the whole Magneto thing, one of the first people that got that statue in hand posted a crappy cell phone picture. The base looked washed out. It looked terrible. It looked terrible. It was terrible lighting, terrible position. So it got a lot of hate. Like even people, I think Jem was one of the ones that maybe had it on pre-order and canceled it. He decided to cancel it. And honestly, when I saw those pictures, I was like, fuck, man, I'm getting that shit. So I was like, fuck it. I'm getting it. We'll stick to it. We'll see what happens. I got that statue. It is beautiful.
But that's why we need the balance of dark and light. You know what I'm saying? We need the balance of like biased and unbiased.
Remy, this hobby, not to cut you guys off. This hobby.
Everybody drink.
This hobby though, you have to remember, it's come to a point. It's funny because it's making progression, and it seems like there's a lot of newer collectors, but everybody has their own personal agenda. And it's at an all-time high. Whether it's reselling, it's trading.
I disagree.
I disagree with that. I'm with Remy. I disagree with that.
Yeah, it's actually being their bias is actually being exposed at all-time high.
Yeah, I was gonna say with statues, especially like people like me and I don't know, Jem, and whoever at Mac. Whoever reviews these statues, basically, these are statues that we're keeping. No one's sending us these statues. So when we get these statues, most of the time we're gonna like it. I mean, we might point out a thing that we don't like about the statues, but I mean, how many reviews out there said, "I'm returning this"? I mean, for me, I haven't returned anything that I've reviewed. Everything I reviewed, I have kept. You know,
you didn't buy it because you hate it.
No, exactly. I didn't buy it because I hate it. I want to hate it. So I mean, I think this. I mean, for me, with reviewers, I think you just take it as with a grain of salt. Just kind of like, hey, listen, I'm going to listen to these people, but I'm not going to affect that. You know, my decision.
You want to see the statue and the picture.
What you see in the review should matter more than what they say, I think.
Yeah,
that's right. I agree with that. But I also think too that, like I said, if I don't know, maybe it'll start trending if a reviewer loves a piece and sells it in 6 months, they can update their review and be like, you know what? Now that I sat on this piece a little bit, that's what Cartel used to do. He'd wait a couple days and be like, let me think about this piece and see if I like it as much as Dave 5 like this day.
What we really need in the community would be nice, but you'll never have it happen, is how many pieces are actually damaged and have flaws, like a physical number itself.
That'd be hard.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying you take each individual case, however many people, and if you somehow keep track of it, say Rogue comes out and 10 people complained, and you get a couple down the pipeline, if you could log it somehow and keep it just from a standpoint to show people that not all the rogues are bad. There's a couple bad pieces, and that's my thing is to show you that Tim said it. They're individually painted. There's flaws. Some only. What's that?
Nick, I get what you're saying, but you know, like I don't understand what's the point of if you get a piece that, you know, let's say 80% of the people or 90% of the people get a good piece, a good solid piece, and you get 5% or something that get like something that's, you know, bad QC or something. I don't necessarily think that itself deserves a bad review, especially when it's sideshow and you could just return the shit and get a product which was what you were supposed to get.
Oh, Sammy, I agree with. We agreed on that a while back, man. I agreed with you on that a while back. You can the fact that you can return it, yes, but the people they'll intentionally put up a bad review because the piece got damaged. Well, what if you got another piece and it wasn't damaged? You didn't try to return the damaged one to begin with.
Ultimately, what this boils down to is if we're putting our opinions out there, whether it's on YouTube, on Facebook, in the groups, on the forums, on Instagram, everything that we say about these statues, we have a responsibility to be honest about.
That's right.
And we have a responsibility.
You're right.
And each of us, not me or you or all of us, we have a responsibility to be thoughtful with how we represent our feelings on the statue.
That's right.
To just pick up a statue and just go, this is garbage, and drop it on the floor. That's like a person I don't want to listen to.
Well, I was gonna say
that's not intelligent. That's not. You're not getting me anywhere or the hobby anywhere by treating each piece.
Ethan, I agree with you. I agree with you, but I think at the same time you have to, just like a piece. You know, it's not garbage. This and that. You know, I don't think you should hype up a piece. You know, just like you shouldn't throw down a piece like that. I don't think you should hype up a piece or say that you have a piece that's flawless. You know, when in reality it's not. Like, because you know what? At the end of the day, when you say that everything is flawless and you're getting the best shit, the best whatever the fuck. So when you get a piece like Rogue, it evaluates her.
That's right.
Yeah, because there is no. It gives
Sideshow less props. It gives Sideshow less props for putting their best shit out there. You know, if you keep saying that everything you have from them is the shit, in reality it's not, and then when they put out the shit, instead, you know, your word has no, value.
And to piggyback off that, I think, and if any reviewers are watching this to be like, get some pointers, just shoot it straight. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, I if I was to do a review, I'd be like, that Superman right there destroys that Superman. And even though I'm trying to sell that Superman, because that one came out, the top one, that just dropped that one to about 250, and that's dead serious. You know what I'm saying? Well, and even though I'm gonna take a hit, that's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Can I interject real quick?
Go ahead, PJ. Sorry.
I was gonna say, just real quick. I think it's not the reviewers that hurt the hobby. It's the people in the forums and in the groups that kind of like point out the little stupidest things. You know, it's not even the reviewers. It's about those stupid people that come out.
That's an amalgamation.
PJ's right.
They're the armchair quarterback that just stay on their laptop and just like, oh my gosh, look at these guys, look at this, yo, I saw this picture, I took this screenshot of this YouTube reviewers, and he didn't point this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the people.
I'll give you guys an example. Somebody posted a picture that they got the X23, the mass portrait, and if you notice, some of the strands of hair, they're like a PVC type material. So those strands that are kind of poking up, they don't break. So on that particular picture, the guy posted, well, it came detached. It didn't come broken, it came detached. Like, totally different story. The thing didn't break. So a lot of people were on there saying, "Hey, you should just call Sideshow and get a replacement."
Oh,
Why?
I saw that one today.
Oh, was it the guys that? Yeah,
I mean, then people were saying, "Hey,
Barbara, he glued it on, right? Barbara, he
He
glued
said he
it
was
on.
gonna glue it
yeah, he
on.
did glue it back on. It was perfectly
Yeah.
fine. But my thing is, okay, everybody was saying, "Hey, get a replacement that devalue the statue." Why? It's just a part that unglued. It's not broken. You can easily grab a little bit of glue and just reattach
I just
it.
commented on him and told him, hey, you know what? You just might as well take advantage and get a replacement, bro.
Yeah.
Because even though even though it was detached, it did have some. If you look at the picture,
The glue.
it had some paint markings,
No,
black paint
I
on the
think what
forehead.
it was, it was flakes from the paint from the inside
you
where
know
it's
what?
attached.
You know what? I ain't gonna
Real
lie.
quick.
What? Yo, Juggernaut is
Look,
waitlisted.
when we got the magic, the old magic, when it came, the whole hair piece came detached from the hair, and I had to re-glue it.
You guys. Jugs is waitlisted.
What, the EX or the EX or the regular?
The EX.
Oh, good. I'm good with the regular. Good.
I knew that shit would
I
happen.
honestly think because that strand of hair just came detached. It wasn't broken. It came detached. You think that
People went crazy after they saw limited stock. That's why.
Yo.
I honestly think I would just glue it back up and say, save that extra head for the
Yeah, because wouldn't it be more of a pain in the ass to have to
Tell me at the end of the day, you wouldn't contact Sideshow and try to get another portrait because of
Take advantage
you
of
know,
it.
keep it 100.
It's just glue.
Bro, keep it 100. You know what I'm saying?
Keeping it 100.
No,
It's only
I will.
glue.
Well, you keep it 100. I'll keep it 100. All right, I'll fucking call Sideshow.
Ain't that a bigger pain in the ass than just gluing it if it's something that little?
I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna do both.
Do both. Glue it, keep it, and get the new one.
That's right.
what I'm saying, right there.
That's right.
So then you're making it unfair for somebody who has something that's actually broken.
No, the part of that, the part of that post that was fucked up is that now people see that shit and they're like, oh, you know what, Sideshow's shit is a piece of shit because fucking the shit's like coming apart or shit like that. You know, that's really fucked up.
I honestly wouldn't have posted it. She's a great statue. I would have either fixed it or if.
Well, you gotta remember people too, and it's fine. Everybody's entitled to what they want to do. They're gonna badmouth licensed pieces from companies, so people go and buy customs, and that's the way business works.
Hey,
well, no, customs are worse if something's broke. So
customs are rough.
Real quick, PJ, I don't know if you're still listening.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Say there's a greater, like, I don't know. It seems like people on camera have a greater audience. So with that being said, I think people on camera needs to be the most unbiased and tell the most truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Remy about that. My first post on Facebook, I posted about the Daniel Bell Magneto custom. That was my first post ever on Facebook. I was like, yo, this is a very nice looking statue. It's obviously getting a lot of praise and it's deserving. But in a hobby where we all nitpick everything, how come nobody's saying this fucking cape is mad long? I hadn't seen anybody say that. Yo, 180 comments of people calling me a piece of shit loser. I can't afford the statues. Who the fuck am I? And I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, where the fuck am I, bro? Like, yo, because that's what happens.
Were you in Sideshow Freaks or were you?
It was the Rad Titan group, which doesn't matter what group it is. It's just the point that. Let me land this. It's the point that back then nobody saw my fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody saw my collection. All they saw was a Tim Berushi made a fucking comment. Fuck that guy. He's a loser. So now it's like, now they see the collection, they see the face, they see on the show, they go, oh, well, what he says is important. Why? Why all of a sudden? Why has that fucking changed? Why wasn't my opinion valuable back then? So it's like,
to me, it was always valuable.
Yeah, but Tim, to your thing, to what you're saying is they see your collection and they see your scale sizes and they see more and more and more of you now. So obviously, you know what I mean? And I think people value, and not to devalue someone that has 5 pieces or 3 pieces, but I think people value a larger collection sometimes versus a smaller collection. And I don't have a large collection by any stretch, but what I'm saying is I think it's a variety thing and a size thing, and people are like, oh, well, they're really into the hobby. Maybe they have more input. And I'm not saying someone doesn't have input.
I'm with you, and that's what I'm saying is to what Remy was saying. It's like, you know, the more you're out there and the more you put yourself out there, the more valuable your opinion becomes to the average collector, which is fucked up. It shouldn't be like that. Like my opinion shouldn't hold any more weight than anybody else's.
But it is. Regardless of if you have a big collection or not. If I know about the character and I know the cape is too long, and you say, regardless of me seeing your collection or not, or how big your collection is, you're saying the cape is wrong too, I'm going to go because I also know the character. You have to know the character.
Yeah, but Barbara, okay, I understand what you're saying, but you got to understand to a certain point, like these statues, they come from an artist's point of view. You get what I'm saying?
Well, so and I understand that.
If Daniel Bell wanted to sculpt that cape,
I'm with
5 foot longer than what it was supposed to be, that's his artist point of view. You as a customer can decide. You as a customer can decide, hey, you know what? This is not for me, or you know what? This is for me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Now, the fact that you called it out, the fact that you called it out, I understand perfectly fine why you called it out. You know.
Guess why I stopped calling shit out? That's why.
Yeah, but you know what? At the end of the day,
I don't make hate posts anymore. I'm like, yo, I'm not even fucking trying to deal with this.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, just because you have an opinion, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't give other people the right to, you know what I'm saying, trash your opinion and get 200 comments dogging you out because of your opinion.
I was skint, bro. I mean, skint alive. And meanwhile, the people, I know all these fucking people now. The people who are skinning me, I'm like, bro, I have fucking easy 80 statues more than you.
That's
80.
Right.
Imagine if I was a piece of shit in that moment. I'm going, yo, bro, I've been collecting for fucking 7 years before I made this post.
That's
Who the
right.
fuck are you? What a piece of shit I would have been, right? Like, oh, well, look at this monster. He has more statues than me. He's got a better opinion. But instead, I just said, you know what? Let them fucking spit their hate. I asked for it, you know.
I also want to say that just because it's an artist and it's the artist's point of view or perspective doesn't mean it's correct either.
That's right.
Yeah,
I get preference or flaws though. Are we talking about preference?
And let me tell you, there's sometimes
it was preference, Rodney.
Okay.
There's sometimes artists that are doing this for the hype because they know they're gonna make money, and then there's some that are true to it, and then they know what they're doing and they want to do it perfect.
Yeah, but
so you have your.
I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, there are a lot of sculpts that are being done out there that are not really accurate to the comic books. You know,
but Ohami, the comic books give all statues a pass to be however they want to be and look however they want to look, because there's a million different pictures and a million different artists, a million different styles.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's your take at what you feel is
Correct.
the most accurate to what you feel, is
you
your
want.
character.
Yeah.
Right.
We're getting the Graven Lab Silver Surfer, and we got a shitload of crap because he's holding a gauntlet, and
I love that one.
And there is a comic book where Silver Surfer is wearing the gauntlet.
Yeah, but you know what?
Making fun of it, and I'm like, okay, that's your take on it. There's a
look at Franco's cable and look at Sideshow's cable. That's two completely different cables, and they're both amazing. They're both amazing.
I love the fucking Sideshow cable. I have to get that.
And I don't give a shit if Cable has a gun that has 3 edges to it and it looks like a fucking photon rifle from Halo. It still looks like a badass piece.
No, look, I have the Diamond Select cable. I have the XM cable. I would totally love the Sideshow cable if it wasn't for the portals. I do not like the portals at all. I don't care about the portals.
Did anybody get clarification? Are they removable like everybody was thinking, or no?
No, nobody has mentioned anything about the portals being removed.
No, I don't know. I would guess that they are, except for maybe the one that's connected to the big gun in his left hand.
Yeah,
right.
That's
I like
just
the
my
Deadpool
guess.
hand coming out of the portal.
It should be. Cool. If they're going to be shipping it, I mean, they got to be careful with that piece to be taken out and breaking.
Yeah. Barbara, what's your complaint about the portals? Why don't you like them?
I just don't like them, to be honest. They look like cheap plastic to me.
What if you had them? What if you had them? What if you had them repainted, Barbara?
I don't think the paint is really the issue.
It's the material, the thickness.
It's the material.
Yeah, the material, the thickness. Maybe if there were like
there's not really no sculpting in those waves or nothing. It's just painted on.
You're looking for depth like that, like depth.
If you look at Cable, he has somewhat this realistic look to him, and then
he doesn't. He looks like the comic book. He looks like the
but when you look at the portrait, I'm saying that looks like cheap plastic, like something that came out of a toy compared to the actual.
Those portals. Remember the Nerf gun? Remember the Nerf gun that used to shoot the disc?
Yeah, bro. Nice, Rabbi. That was good one, dude.
I have no issues with the Cable. It's just the guns to me are a little bit big, but that's not even an issue. It's just the portals. I don't like them at all. The material, they just to be honest.
Remy, post it on Facebook before anybody else does.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yo, I'm thinking about this while we're talking. Like, I can't think of a statue that doesn't have a stigma wrapped around it. You know, like there isn't a statue that exists where I can't think of what collectors say about it.
Everybody has something. You know?
Like each statue has its own negative, you know.
Yeah. Do you think though? What was the funny thing? You guys are talking about negativity and stigma and finding flaws. Do you think it would be, say you were able to get Rogue for $500? Say she was a $500 piece. Do you think the nitpicking and the things would still be there if she was a $500 piece?
Yeah.
Always.
It should be always.
No.
You know what? 200 and people will find something to complain.
You gotta remember.
There's definitely some saltiness going on.
You gotta remember, if the statue was $500 instead of $700, $500 to us, it'll still be too much money, because at the end of the day, the fucking statue, and bro, that's a car payment that you go $500 a car.
Well, I was gonna say,
my car payment each month is $675 for my truck. So imagine that. That's one of my truck payments every month. That it's a premium format statue.
And my truck is $60,000.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I was gonna say, is anyone in the panel ever been on Sideshow Freaks before these groups got big? Because I remember when I was on Freaks, and I used to be on Freaks all the time.
Yes.
And every single time, oh my gosh, there is so much negativity.
Always,
always on those forums, every single time about a piece, and it would be like 10 pages long, and you'd be like, what the heck is going on? And I remember when Susan used to be going on those forums to kind of like, like talk to collectors and whatever. And I remember she used to get like so pissed off, and like I think that she stopped like going to those forums because it gets toxic. Statue collectors get toxic for whatever reason it is. I've only been collecting for 4 to 5 years. I haven't been collecting that long, but this is my observation in terms of going from the Freaks forum to Facebook groups. The number one people that are negative are the people that comment and in those posts and in those like forums in the groups. They're the ones that talk the most shit, and they probably don't even have the statue.
Yeah.
Are they worse than the hot toy collectors?
Well, you know what?
Oh yeah,
you don't have
they're just
though,
bad.
and it's sad, and I'm not saying anybody's better than anybody, but it's like that with anything that you buy. I think some people, and I've seen it. There's a guy, I can't think of his name. He can never get into custom stuff. Why aren't these for sale? Why can't I get these? This is bullshit. People get mad. And they do. Yeah, and they start shit because they can't get it. And it's like, dude, you do the groundwork and maybe you'll get in and try. And then if that doesn't work, then just give up and go on to the next thing.
You know what the thing with customs is? Like, people don't realize it. With customs, you can't just say, hey, where did you get that? I want in. No, it's one of those things where you really need to be out there to really be like, hey, this girl wants, like, for instance, for me, like, I wanted to be into certain groups, and I've had people add me, but it gets to a point where people already know you because you have to be super active into the community. And that's
Barbara doesn't even have to be customs though. It could be exclusives. I didn't get the exclusive. Fuck that piece. fuck that piece. You didn't get an extra head or a hand.
It's fucking ridiculous. If you want the exclusive piece, then fucking pre-order it first day, and that's it. And you get what you want, you know.
Hey, real quick. Hey, Jesse. Just so you know, you gotta just jump in, brother. You just gotta jump in.
Yeah, get your feet wet, bro.
I'm not used to it. I'm trying you know, I don't want to interrupt.
Jesse, nice to meet you, dude.
Talk louder. You gotta talk loud until everybody shuts up.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta take out that Puerto Rican in me and scream. You know?
Jesse was actually one of the people who would ask me stuff like on Instagram, and I was like, "Yo, you gotta get on Facebook." And then he finally got on Facebook, and I started sending him other groups. I'm like, "Look, I'm in this group, I'm in that group." So I'm glad to see you.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Facebook groups are like, I don't know, they're like Sideshow Freaks times like how many statue groups are out there? It's like, oh my gosh.
PJ, the funny thing is there's the Sideshow Freaks, and there was another statue site. And
was it Statue Forum? No.
Yeah, correct. Yes, it is. Those two have been around. Those two have been around actually since Sideshow almost started. Believe it or not.
Statue Marvels too, but that died.
There's actually another. There's actually another statue group. I kind of hate because every time they post on there, it's just fucking negative shit. I'm not gonna say any names, but I'm on there, and it's fucking horrible because everything that just goes on there, it's look at this fucking shit, and it's funny because they'll post a picture of the statue, not even completed, halfway, and then they'll just start bashing the damn thing out of it. You know?
And I think the other interesting thing is too another really really good thing that. And I'm not saying that Tim is God, but I'm just.
Why are you saying that? Call me God right now.
I just saw that.
Let me tell my story. It's a shame because if you look at a piece and say there is a slight damage or something wrong. And it Tim's like, paint it, fix it, do this or that. I think people get nervous, but I think if more people tried, you'd actually have more happy statue collectors, to tell you the truth, because sometimes it's minor flaws. Now, if it's a total breakage and it's 1 million pieces, yeah, that has to get returned. But if it's a minor thing,
you know
what's that?
Can I piggyback off that?
Yeah, sure.
I bought like 5 statues for my boy David, and none of them had boxes, and they all arrived like in like 4 pieces. So either I take about, I don't know, $1,500 loss, or I get on the grind and freaking fix them jokers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I fixed every single one of them things and sold them for like locally for like $350, $400 each one of them.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's situational. It's case by case. Yeah, I'm not trying to. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say. It's.
And some stuff ain't a big deal. That's what it is.
What's that?
Some of the stuff that people cry about is not a big deal, dude.
Oh, I agree. I mean, if you have a little chip or this or that, I mean, and if it's in a place that you can't see, like if something's at the back of a statue, like you're gonna display it with its ass out. I mean, how many Yeah, let me get my Hulk statue and put his ass out. Oh wait, there's a chip. I can't do it. You know?
Yeah, you never know.
Oh Jesus! Come on.
You might want to put it on a Lazy Susan that spins around.
I don't think.
Or glass on the back of the display.
Yeah, a mirror or something. Eh?
Yeah, some people do that with pieces.
Mirror, yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, you know, if a statue has flaws in it, I don't think there's anything wrong with stating what your opinion is, that, you know, the flaws that it might have. You know, I think there is a certain way to go about it.
Yeah.
Bro, can I say something real quick though?
Hit it.
Yeah.
As a noob in being a statue collector, the first piece I think I started with was it was a Sideshow 2006 Wolverine. And to me, you know, when I knew about the hobby, because my boy, he's a huge Hot Toys figure collector. I mean, this guy, his house is, man, it's surrounded with them, like, in beautiful details. Yeah, with the huge base, I sold them. I mean, but when I saw that, right, I was like, man, this is a bad piece. Like, I'm talking about when the first time I saw a statue, you know, to me, I was like, because I wasn't against the Hot Toys, but then I started, and I bumped into some, you know, Wolverine, X-Men pieces, and I'm like, man, this is kind of sick. I'm like, I never knew there was a hobby out there like this. So anyways, long story short, I bumped into it, and I'm like, to me, that was amazing. Like the paint job and the realism of the face and Wolverine. I'm like, man, this is just like the comics. And looking back to that, I mean, people would see like, oh, it's okay. I mean, the paint job is bad. You know, it's an old piece. But to me, being a noob and, you know, a first-time collector, to me, it was beautiful. It was amazing. So I know that sometimes.
I don't think it's got a paint job.
I got that same Wolverine still.
We still have it.
Yeah. So to me, what I'm trying to get at is like, I know a lot of people, you know, even myself, I'm a little nitpicky sometimes, but like comparing something old school to where it's gotten to now, where I see pieces, I'm like, damn, like this paint job is sick. Like this portrait is dope. Like I feel like sometimes we could get a little carried away and just being picky with something that, you know, that it's a work of art. You know what I mean? Compared to how it was years ago. You know what I mean? Like where, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, compared to something that was in 2006 to now. Of course, down the road, everything has improved to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, these are beautiful.
You get more and more spoiled. You
bring
know?
Bring a statue bring a statue that'll.
You know,
bring a statue that'll have a defect to somebody new in the hobby, right? To us, maybe it might be like, oh yeah, but this man, she looks ugly or she looks deformed, she looks cockeyed. Bring it to somebody that never had a statue, right? And is new to the hobby. They're like, wow, like this is sick. Like I didn't even know there was a hobby like this. Like what? You know what I mean? Like so.
Or they could be, or they could be like, oh wow, I love women with cross-eyed.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, you know, what to your point, I think that all goes back to everybody has their different point.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
They're different, like what they're willing to tolerate. And what they're willing not to tolerate.
Yeah.
I got the little Spider-Man Gwen from Sideshow, and her fucking eyes, holy shit. You're like, you know what I'm saying? They just fucking. You know at the end of the day, that shit don't bother me because, you know, I put on her portrait, the one that, you know, it's masked. So I don't give a fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain things that'll bother you in certain statues, and everybody has that own, you know, thing that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. At the same time, like it's like at the end of the day, if you bought the piece, it's because you like it, you got it in hand, you like it, you want it. Who cares what everybody else got to say? You know what I mean?
I agree, man.
I see it. I'm like, yeah, I agree. And what? You know what I mean? Like,
I agree. And you know, there's sometimes that people. I think we talked about it in previous chat. Was that, you know, some people like, you know, armpit hair and some people don't. It's whatever you like.
Hey, some people like episode 4.
I love episode 4.
Wait, you like armpit hair?
Oh boy.
Did he get asked the question?
No, we haven't done.
This whole piece right here was missing.
I ain't done the question in a long time.
Right here, the whole bottom trail was missing. I sculpted all that, have no experience, and painted it.
Holy shit!
You sculpted it in. Oh shit!
Yeah, from here over was missing. That whole thing.
What?
Did you get that aftermarket?
Damn, Remy.
Did you get that aftermarket?
Yeah, well, see, I got the Gladiator Hulk right there in the case, right? You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And the guy sent me an extra head, and he was like, "Here, you can have it because it's damaged." And I was like, it's not like stuff that people make a big deal. Like this was a major break, but you see, you can't even tell it. You know what I'm saying? You really can't.
No, you can't.
And I didn't even buy no paint. I used what was around the house. I touched up the paint with like a cabinet marker. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen it had a shine. It's common sense. It really is. And people make
not only that, Remy, not to off what you're saying is if you get it to where you like it, well then why not just keep it? You know what I mean? Right. Why make a fuss about it?
But it's more than that. It's more than if you got something that's got a speck on it, you don't have to magnify it to a billion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Degrees just to get your $20 discount and rag on the piece from Sideshow or whatever. Like,
right.
And he probably didn't call Sideshow to see because they'd probably do it anyway.
Exactly.
Remy, I agree with you. There's some shit that, you know, it's like whatever. But at the end of the day, you know, you're the one wasting the money. So every person has a different, you know, what they're willing to tolerate and what they're not. So at the end of the day, you know, I think there is a point where people blow shit up instead of you know, instead of just like dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like and bitching about it. If you know, for instance, Sideshow gave you something and you're not happy with it for whatever reason, there really is no point to blow it up out of proportion when you can just return the shit. You feel me?
They will make it right.
And to piggyback off that, what I was going to say is like, does it really help you out any to get a discount from Sideshow and you're satisfied, and then turn around and put a public notice that your piece is ruined or something wrong with it?
Nope.
But at the end of the day,
attention.
but at the end of the day, you know, I think that kind of goes back to fucking critiquing a statue or reviewing a statue. Like, you can't, honestly, at the end of the day, I don't think you could say that a statue you have is perfect. You know, when you know it's not perfect, when it has its imperfections, you get what I'm saying? And yeah, you know, it's not to blow it out of proportion, but you can't say that your piece is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, to me, it just doesn't exist.
Yeah,
it's passed through human hands. I mean, we're not perfect ourselves, you know. So there's gonna be imperfections.
When we got the Phoenix Force Cyclops, that thing was like near perfect. The only thing that bugs me about that piece is it's got two belts like on the legs, like with two buckles. And the only thing that bothers me is that they didn't sculpt enough of the belt around the leg area, around the boot area, where it looks defined. It kind of looks like it's, you know, how can I say, like
sanded down too much.
It's sanded down too much. It's kind of smooth, so it lost its detail on the belt. It's got the buckle, beautiful buckle, but then when you look at the belt, it's kind of lost in the boot. That's one of the things about that bothers me about that piece. You know, it's a beautiful piece. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm not gonna hate it. I love it. You know, but it's just one of those things that it's in the back of my mind where I know it's there. You know, I think that's one of the things.
I think it's just that certain pieces, you know, it's not really what could have made it better. You get what I'm saying? Maybe it's not necessarily saying, negative, Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not so much trashing it.
Yeah, this is what.
But damn, you know, like for instance, the Mystique shit for me. You know, I when I got the statue, I really dig that statue. But damn, when I saw that the paint to me wasn't what I wanted, I was like, damn, bro, dog. You know, I think it was more disappointed. You get what I'm saying? And like what it could have been, then just saying the shit that was a piece of shit. Because at the end of the day, it wasn't a pice of shit. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But it could have been so much more. I think it could have been so much more, you know?
Well, we never trashed it. We never posted up anything that was trash. All I did was like, I told Tim, I told, a couple of people asked me, I said, I got this.
And you know what? At the end of the day, even if whatever I say, because at the end of the day, it's my opinion. And nobody has a right to tell me my opinion.
That's right.
Hey, can I ask y'all, why didn't y'all try to get a replacement for that mistake?
Because that's another thing. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people.
No. I'm gonna tell you why. No, I'm gonna tell you why I didn't even bother to get another replacement. Okay, the reason I didn't bother to get another replacement is because I like the XM Mystique more. So if I like something else, another product that's being done more for whatever reason, and I see the one I got was less not to my satisfaction, why even bother?
Yeah, the thrill is gone. It's already deflated. So why go to the?
Yeah, I already got deflated. You know what I'm saying? So, I liked the other piece better, you know what I'm saying? So I just went with the other piece. That's it. End the conversation. That's it.
Yeah, no, on top of that, there was a lot of statues that were coming out bad on that one. But then I told him, look, it's just like the Emma. The same thing happened with Emma. Before I even got the Emma, I told him, let's cancel it. We'll go with the XM. Why are we going to spend another $500-600 on the Emma if we know just looking at her, we're not liking her? Why do we want to wait to get her and then ship her back? Let's just cancel it and get the XM one.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, a big question for everybody is: say you have your favorite piece, and back to what I was saying, not so much directly at the back of the piece, but it has a flaw that's noticeable. If you point it out to somebody, they're gonna like, oh shit, I can't believe that has that. It's your favorite piece. Now, would you keep it or return the whole piece? I mean, and say the piece is sold out. I mean, let's not say it's sold out. Let's say it's low stock or it's a hard to get piece. Would you keep that piece with the flaw, or are you gonna just look to sell it? Or
hey, your boy Jim in the chat.
I would probably keep it if I get a nice. Let's say if I get it from Sideshow, and they're like, "Oh, we'll give you, I don't know, $80-$100 credit for if it's something small, of course."
Right.
If it's something huge.
We got the Prime 1 Venom. The Prime 1 Venom had the big tendril broken.
Right.
First, we were super pissed because we were super in love with the piece. But then when we started finding out what it was going to take to get a new replacement, we were kind of like, we were in a point where we're like, okay, we're disappointed. fuck it, we're just gonna keep it that way. Well, the tendril was cracked all the way through, but it wasn't completely broken off. I was still able to display it, but you could see the crack around it.
Right.
Yeah. So we were kind of like, fuck it, let's just, see what happens. But then, we were able to replace it with George's piece. But at the same time, after thinking about it for a while, we were like, fuck it, we're just gonna keep it, because one of the choices was
exclusive. Because the exclusive was sold out, and what I really loved about that,
the exclusive was the 3 portraits.
Yeah, what I really loved about that statue was the McFarlane portrait.
So we were kind of like in the fence. We're like, you know what? We're gonna keep it because at the end of the day, that's what we wanted. We wanted the 3 portraits, and we were just gonna figure out a way either to replace it, fix it, or whatever the choice was gonna be. Because we were supposed to. The way that it works through Sideshow and Prime One is that you have to get on a wait list, and then they have to remake the part. So it takes like 4 or 5 months or so, in that process. So we were just gonna wait it out and see, but then George ended up returning his. So what we did was that we flipped. He took my piece and then he just returned it with his. The other one was broken.
Barbara, let me ask you, and for anybody on the panel, and it doesn't matter the company. I'm not gonna point to one finger at one company. Do you guys really think when we're getting replacement parts that they're making them, or that there's a wait from the factory, or that they're just waiting for people to return pieces and they use 5 or 10 or 20 pieces as replacement part pieces, as part pieces for people to get parts? I mean, everybody be honest. I mean, it's one of those things,
I don't know.
Think, you know what? I think if it's like Sideshow, like when they deal with I don't know, man, because I think I don't really understand that, because if you call Sideshow right now and you say and you have a rogue, the portrait's fucked up or whatever, they'll send you another rogue portrait like the next week, so I don't really think in certain pieces, I don't really think it's them, waiting for pieces to get returned.
Yeah, no, they only have replacement parts for stuff that are broken.
They do both things, because I asked Sideshow when I was having the problem with Venom, but I mean that was a Prime One piece.
So, but not
I
the
did
sold
ask
out
them,
pieces, though, right?
and they told me that they have extras, and sometimes they take from the returns and use those for parts too. It depends.
How about the sold out pieces?
That sold out. It's. I mean, I don't know. I know that the lady told me they take sometimes from the returns, and they use some of those to replace if they can. But
they probably have really good analytics on like how many damages that they're expecting. So like if they're making 1,000 Rogue exclusive portraits, maybe they make 1,100, and they have those 100 heads shipped to their warehouse, and then they say, "Here, give a head out, give a head out, give a head out." Or if it's like, "Oh, this is a paint defect," one of their in-house painters probably repairs.
You get
it
ahead. You get ahead.
That's how I would do it if I was running the business.
So you guys want to hear something? Juggernaut got waitlisted already.
I was gonna.
We said it.
Barb, you just read my mind. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I got on the wait list. I waited too long. I couldn't decide.
Who's jumping on that Gladiator Hulk?
Let me ask you guys a question. You think if they would have upped up the edition size, would it still been sold? Let's say they would have gone 1,000 instead of 400.
Yes.
No,
Huh?
I don't think it would have sold out today.
Bro, this shit caught on fire today.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, how many people?
I think it will eventually sell out. I don't think it will sell out right away. Yeah, eventually.
I think 1,000 would have put it 2 weeks out. Dead serious.
Yeah.
How many people really care? Go ahead.
People saw the low stock today, and that made everybody go crazy.
Right. Oh yeah. That email scares you.
So we deserve some type of kickback.
But how many? Honestly, how many people? I guess I don't know if there's that many fans. How many people care about Kitty Pryde? That's why I didn't jump for it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. That's a cool exclusive.
Hold on.
I'm not even getting it, but that's a cool exclusive.
Nick has done talk shit about Kitty Pryde.
Everything.
Jubilee.
No, I think he's talking about OG fans don't really care compared to.
That's
correct.
I didn't hear that. He's getting kicked out of the X-Men chat.
Whoa, easy.
That's it.
I was one of the ones that said, "Well, what the fuck, that Kitty Pryde with the Juggernaut? Like, it doesn't make sense." But then when they put that Colossus, and then they put the Kitty Pryde, and then they put the Juggernaut, fuck that. You need that Kitty Pryde. You
Yeah, man. I'm blowing her ass off of a ceiling or a wall or something.
And you need that exclusive.
I'm putting her in my bathroom.
That'd be tight.
Coming out of the toilet.
And you need that exclusive Colossus because then he's got Lockheed, so you need it. You just need that.
I am 100% stealing that idea from Ohami.
Put her on the wall.
100%.
I copyrighted that shit.
I'm drilling a hole in the bottom just a little bit, and then I'm gonna put a little slot. I'm gonna hang it right from the nail.
Yeah,
You're gonna hang it from the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm right from the side wall, reaching out towards him.
Yeah, I was thinking of having her like coming out of the side of the packs.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely stealing that idea from you, bro.
Maybe. You know what I was thinking of doing? Putting Juggernaut, right? Colossus, and then behind Juggernaut, I was gonna put her like reaching to the other side, so Juggernaut will be in the middle.
Hey Tim.
Copyrighted that shit.
Can you work on Photoshop and like just like make her pop up everywhere on the post?
I don't do Photoshop stuff.
Now, do you think she's gonna get lost in translation though, with all these other gigantic pieces going to battle?
No.
No.
How do you figure that?
No, because think about it. She's such a small piece as opposed to these giant 2 foot tall giants. You know what I mean? And she's on the ground. But I mean,
small piece. But if you come to look at it, she's a quarter scale buff.
Yeah.
Right.
She's noticeable.
She should be about that big.
Right.
Yeah. You could just like Ohami said, you could set her anywhere, and make her like reach out and slap her.
Okay.
Well, I think
I said that one time. Please don't repeat it, because then I said it one time.
Yo,
you don't want nobody else thinking the idea.
I'm definitely doing it. I'm gonna claim it's my idea. Oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna be so good. Oh, I can't wait. Yo, my favorite. I put that rogue head. I knew. I'm like, yo, as soon as we do this live, I have to show that head immediately, or somebody's gonna have the idea. And Louis Villamar texted me and was like, "Was that?"
Just to keep on fucking with him, you know who has an extra rogue head.
Yeah.
Yo, let me ask you guys.
Go.
Which you guys like better, the Iron Studios Daredevil or the Sideshow Daredevil?
Iron Studios.
You know,
I'm getting the Iron Studio.
we were talking about that.
But I like Iron Studios base better.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night, and I think with that, you can't beat Daniel Bell on the sculpt, the actual character. But the base, I have to go with the base on the Iron Studios.
Yeah.
So what about? See, this is where I'm gonna dig. Where
But I'm not collecting bases. I'm collecting the characters, so I go with the Daniel Bell.
I'm with you. So where on the Daniel Bell sculpt is it better than the Iron Studios sculpt?
I like the
head sculpt.
I like the head sculpt better.
The anatomy.
Huh?
Yeah. What part of the Iron Studios anatomy is incorrect?
Yo, I didn't say it was incorrect.
I didn't say
Stop being so sensitive. Stop being so sensitive. I didn't say it was incorrect.
Bro, how am I sensitive? I just asked you a question.
No, okay.
Answer the fucking question now, y'all. Answer the question.
Walking away.
You're gonna bring the fucking statue now.
Put that on the turntable.
You're going to Daredevil and she fucking breaks it.
Oh no!
Handle a statue, okay?
See, I actually like the black and red better than I like the all red. So
Daredevil's like Pokemon. Gotta catch them all.
So that's why I like.
No takers. No Daredevil fans.
Pokemon. What?
No, I
yeah.
said
So
Daredevil.
I'm wondering specifically if there's something about the Daniel Bell sculpt that you like better than the Iron Studios. Like, what is it? Is it the design of the suit?
I agree with Ohami. I think the portrait and the anatomy.
Yeah, the anatomy.
That portrait has a lot more definition.
So when you say anatomy, are you talking about the thickness, the proportions,
the proportions of? I think the proportions of him being like, lean, and he's got
I like the cross.
Very sexy. Okay.
We need a side-by-side picture of the Iron Studios.
Honestly,
I like the club.
Honestly, look, I think the portrait is spot on. It's got a lot more detail. There's a lot more detail in the muscle definition. Honestly, when I saw the Iron Studios, it seemed like a copy of this one.
It's kind of like playing too. That isn't his outfit kind of.
The Iron Studio one is a little more comic based, I think.
Well, you guys said it earlier. It gives you a modern take on the character, and then one's more classic comic book kind of.
I think the Iron Studio is more classic. This one is more modern.
I think that's the only thing that really sets it apart, you know, and that's why I posed the question, like, what about the Daniel Bell sculpt is so superior? It's literally just a leaner body type. I don't see.
Come on now.
Yeah, but I looked at the Iron Studios one. There's no anatomy issues. The proportions are correct. The muscles are defined.
The Sideshow one is a little more like tactical.
But I mean, don't you want to show off the piece itself more than the base? I mean, you know.
Yeah, but I definitely, that's what I'm saying. I don't see much of a difference in the body sculpts.
Nathan, I'll give you a couple of reasons why I like this one better than the Iron Studio ones. Number one, it goes like with Elektra. It does the same thing as the Wolverine with the X-23. It's like having a dial.
That's and I agree. Yep. I agree, but that doesn't do anything for me. But I agree.
Okay,
because I don't have Elektra.
Good for you. Okay, good for you.
But I'm with you. Yo, dog, answer the question.
They're gonna drop the ball on the
I like the Billy Clubs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey Tim, would you agree one had like the Sideshow has more of a flow than being stiff? I think this Iron Studio ones looks more stiff than
If I were to say anything and be truthful, I would say this one has a Daniel Bell feel about the pose. Like the pose feels like it's like loose.
It's loose. You know? That's what I'm saying. One's more stiff and one's more loose. Right.
And you know what?
But
and you know what?
That's not an anatomy thing. That's a style thing.
That's right.
Danny has a style about the way he sculpts that.
And you gotta remember, I got the Iron Fist. I got the Iron Fist from Daniel Bell too. So they kind of all flow together.
Now when you say anatomy, that Iron Fist, the anatomy jumps forward to me. That thing is maybe my favorite anatomical sculpt that I've ever seen.
Tim, imagine if that Daredevil imagine if that Daredevil or Iron Fist was fucking Nightcrawler of Daniel Bell. Imagine that shit.
Well, I commented that I hope he sculpts Nightcrawler, and he said, "Yeah, I can't control that, but I'll put it on my list."
Oh my!
I don't hate the Iron Studios one, but I think for me, if I'm going for like a whole set, you know, I think the Iron Fist, the Elektra, the Daredevil, you know, and the point, like they just all go together so like fluidly. You know?
Yeah.
That's a good word.
I was gonna say,
I can totally agree with that.
Iron Studios did a great job. I don't know if it matches well with their Punisher. I don't know. Looks. No, it doesn't, right?
The costumes, like the bodies, stylistically match well, but the bases don't. They clash each other.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the one Punisher that will probably match is the premium. What is the premium format? The one
the
that
old premium.
I really like the base.
I think it's the one that Eddie has.
I really like the base. I really like the base from the Iron Studios, the Daredevil. But at the end of the day, you know, like what Barbara said, I ain't collecting bases. I'm collecting statues.
I love that. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What's gonna be?
I collect bases.
What's gonna be the one to have? The Punisher, Daredevil Sideshow, or the Iron Studios Punisher Daredevil together?
I would go Iron Studios.
I like the Iron Studios too.
I think I will go Iron
Studios. Yeah, I like the Iron Studios Punisher.
Iron Studios, buddy.
But what if Sideshow?
That's Iron Studios.
What if Sideshow wakes up and Fix the Face is on Mac, the other face, and has been listening to everybody all along?
They're not going to. Neither face is Punisher. Is cosplay shit. It's fake Punisher. So if y'all were talking about comic accurate, neither one of those faces are comic accurate. So
On the Punisher
because of the bat, though.
Well, listen, I've seen that skull mask on the comic books for Punisher. Just
yeah, show me. Just show me.
Show me
the face paint. Show me the face paint. Please show me. I'm waiting for somebody to show me.
Rodney, I love you so much, Rodney.
Do you think Iron Studios will keep on with that Daredevil that came out, and they'll come out with an Electro or whatever?
No.
Yeah,
so I think Iron Studios is sharing the license with Sideshow, and that's a partnership to distribute through Sideshow. Because Iron Studios was selling on their own.
I don't really get that too much. You know, if they're sharing licenses, why would why would Sideshow give them the go ahead to do the Daredevil when they still haven't even sold out their Daredevil?
Well, they're not selling at the same time.
I think that Daredevil sold out already.
Daredevil's been sold out for a month now.
That kind of sucks.
The regular too?
Yeah.
The regular and the EX have been sold out for over a month.
No, I thought the regular was still available.
They both did. They're both did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's definitely an interesting partnership with Iron Studios and Sideshow. And that's another reason, right? So Jem actually brought it up, which I'm sure everybody saw when that Iron Studios got shown. It's exactly the same as the Sideshow pose. It's just a mirror image, basically.
So you guys want to hear something that will probably get Ohami mad?
What?
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we had the XM Punisher, but I actually saw the Iron Studios Punisher in person at a comic book store, but he didn't. Because I went by myself and I actually like it better.
Yo, definitely getting the divorce today.
Hey, Johnny, stop lying in the chat.
Now, how does Iron Studios do what's it called? The resin that they use as opposed to like Prime One, how they do that clear resin for skin. Who does it better, Prime One or Iron Studios?
I like the Iron Studios portraits a lot.
I like Iron Studios.
I'm gonna make you your own little room in the back, in the garage, so you can go collect your own little shit back there.
You promise?
Oh man,
you promise?
You promise? You gotta I'll take that.
Okay.
You promise?
No,
I already told you I wanted that back garage for another damn room.
Yo, I'll put it like this: I have 24 Wolverines. I think 2 of my favorite of them are Iron Studios Wolverine sculpts.
No shit.
We have the Punisher from XM, right? It's cool and all. I'm not gonna lie, it's cool because it's on the bike and everything, and the bike is really nice. But I actually saw in person the Iron Studios Punisher, and I really liked it. And after seeing it, honestly, I think he matches a lot better in our collection with the Daniel Bell Iron Fist and the Daredevil, and then you got that Electro. I think he goes well in that trio.
I think that Iron Studios Daredevil would match better with the Iron Fist and that Punisher.
That's what I'm saying. But he
You know
hasn't seen it in person.
Fuck both of y'all.
But he hasn't seen it in person, which I did see it in person, and I was like, yo, this shit is bad as fuck. I actually, I like the one from XM, but to be honest, those portraits from, the thing with the XM is that it doesn't yell to me like scary, badass Punisher, But when I saw the Iron Studios one, he looked badass. The portraits.
Yeah, but Rodney made a really good point though too. I saw it at New York Comic Con, the Sideshow Punisher. It's neat to see him with a bat. It's a new weapon. It's something different. It's not just a gun. It's a change.
That's the only reason I'm getting it.
Yeah, I agree.
I see.
Fuck those cases.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, it is.
So this is Iron Studios Wolverine.
What? Damn. Is he more jacked? Is he more jacked? Is he more jacked than like the Sideshow or any of the other ones? Yeah,
he's ripped.
Yeah.
Are those claws actually metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I see the shining.
So the skin is that
translucent
resin painted. I mean, it's getting washed out. It's getting washed out by the lights, but
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, the skin looks like skin. There's texture.
Which Wolverine is that? Is he part of? Is he from a Dio or something? Or
this is the one where he's jumping out of the Weapon X tank.
And you know why he got a bad rap? Because they made the brown suit one the same. Bless you. They made the brown suit one the same base.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, look at that. You guys see this in the thigh right here?
That's what Mystique don't have.
You don't see that? You don't see that line right there?
I see it.
We
Just
see
saying, y'all.
Just saying.
He has a collarbone, dog. I see this kind of stuff, right? I see the abs are sculpted and they're not square because his body is turned, so they're stretching in the abs. the abs don't stay square. That's like the XM Hulk transformation. That was the first thing I looked at. Because traditionally for me, XM, when they twist the body, they keep the abs square. So it looks like a six-pack hasn't moved. But that Hulk, because his hand is up, you could see the ab is raised a little bit. And I was like, yo, this is it. I like this one.
Hey Tim, can you break off one of his shoulder pads to see if his collarbone goes all the way to his shoulder?
Thank you.
Sure. But yo, look at the cheeks. One cheek is smaller than the other because his leg is stretched out.
Yeah, those cheeks in the line.
Yo, y'all laugh all you want, man, but that's when I look at statues, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the full form.
That's some great points here.
You know, look at the arm is pulled back. So because the arm is pulled back, the chest stretches. Yeah. That's why his chest isn't perfectly square. So it's like if you're not fixing the anatomical form and changing the muscles, the way that the body moves, I immediately go, all right, that's not right. You know?
You think he's looking a little chubby in the face with his chin?
I just got the nicest.
No, not in person.
I just got the nicest bedtime story by Aiton. Thank you.
I'll tell you though, when you see those chrome claws, man, even the light bouncing off your camera and things, wow, they look awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
And one of them's offset. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So they're not completely straight because his knuckle would raise one. And in the comic books, the middle one is always a little bit longer than the other two.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff is the stuff that I see, and I go, yo, man, that's. And then the portrait's fucking great, man. Portrait is phenomenal. And all of them are. I didn't think I was gonna like the unmasked one because in pictures it washes out the skin, just like my face is washed out right now. I'm actually much darker. That was a joke, guys. But yeah, I mean, I fucking love this thing. I'm now I gotta find a base because I don't want that big ass ugly base. But this thing's dope. Yeah, and I think the Daredevil is gonna be equally dope. So Iron Studio is gonna get my vote there.
Hey Tim, is that 1/5 or quarter scale?
This is quarter.
Okay.
That was what, 500?
So I did a trade with Master Pizza on this. I traded some statues with him.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, the top of his mouth is sculpted. He has both his nostrils. Yeah.
It looks big. It looks big for a quarter, no?
It's big, bro. He's bigger than the Sideshow one.
I know that box is fucking huge. I know that shit.
Yeah, box is huge. Yeah, Thor brought it to my house. Thank you, Thor.
Oh my God, Johnny! I promise you, I've read more Punisher comics than you. Stop it.
Believe that.
Johnny still saying
Believe that, Johnny.
He's still arguing about Johnny. I promise you. Don't tell me your wife threw your comics out. All right, you can't find this shit because it don't exist. So stop it.
Rodney, I didn't watch
typing shit about it. Just
Rodney, I didn't watch before. How'd your water situation work out for you?
Well, somebody's coming out tomorrow to deal with it and check why it happened. Clean up some shit. Most of my stuff I packed up. Still got some of the customs out and haven't put up the Bruces yet, but just about everything else is packed up.
Yeah.
Nothing got damaged though, right?
Not my statues. I lost a couple prints, but I can get those again. So nothing really, just headache. Inconvenience, but nothing really major got.
That's good.
Johnny, you had one comic? Hey! You're talking about the one with the picture of the mask, not the face paint.
Maybe it was the Halloween edition or something.
I don't know. Johnny, just stop it. Stop arguing Punisher with me, Johnny. You're a Spider-Man guy.
Is that a custom made, Tim?
No, these are the swap out heads for that.
Oh, I didn't even know the head.
Oh, the classic head.
And
that's what that came with. What? That was what? 3 heads.
That's the iron, I think. Yeah.
When was this piece made? How old is it? I never seen it.
It was last year.
Was it?
Yeah, so they did the Weapon X where he's stepping out of the chamber, and then they did the Tiger Stripe suit where he's leaping out of the same chamber. So that was like the big thing. As soon as that happened, the community fucking started talking all this shit, and then one fucking guy said, "Oh, the chamber has stickers on the base," and that was it. The piece died. The piece died for everybody, you know. And yeah, the base is not the greatest for sure, but there's only 300 of each of them, so they're gone. You'll never find this piece on the market, and if you do, it's going to be $1,000.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know I had the classic portrait. I thought it was just the masked and unmasked.
What was the retail price for it?
$599 or something like that.
Damn, it's going for $1,000 now.
Yeah, I think it was five or 600. I can't remember.
Yeah, Tim, I was just saying, I think it was 5, believe it or not. They came on the low end for that because they wanted to get everybody in on it, you know?
Yeah, it's like $599 or something like that, or $650.
But then everybody, their brother bitch, like I said, God forbid the brown suit has a similar base. Let's just trash it, and that was everybody's.
And now look what I can do with them.
Don't you wish you had the exclusive rogue head from Ohami?
What?
Yeah, I want it whenever Ohami's ready to give it to me.
He needs that rogue head, and so he can making the two Logans kiss.
He just made the two Logans kiss.
Oh, Lord. You gonna do the same thing for the road?
He said, "Look what I can do."
Hey, Mac, you still on there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Mac is typing.
Did you get your Superman from Prime 1 yet?
Nah, man, not yet.
You got a sculpted one, right?
Oh yeah.
Nice. Can't wait to see that review. I got the other one.
The fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah. I held out on that too for a while. I
had them both, and then I decided on this one just because I wanted to be able to switch the cape around.
Yeah. So do you find being able to switching the head sculpts is that a big problem?
Not really. Once you get the cape how you want it, it's not. You just have to figure out. Once you figure out how to put the little tabs in, which I think is better to put the head and the tabs at the same time instead of trying to put the tabs after the head.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
At first, it was a pain, but once you figure it out, it's all right.
Yeah.
You guys getting that Batman Damned, either of you?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm probably getting him. Nice. I haven't pre-ordered him yet, but I don't think he's going to sell out. But I'll get him eventually.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, he's not like the Joker. Everybody went crazy, and Prime 1 said, "Hell, we're going to make a crap load of these." But I don't think the Batman is going to have as many made, and I don't think they're going to sell out.
Probably not.
Nah, the Joker was the hype.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, because it has how many portraits that it comes with? What, 5, 6?
Yeah, I think it comes with like 5, like at least 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, it's almost. I think it's 5.
It's 5. It's the main one and 4 additional.
Wow.
Yep. But the cool thing too, though, is they come with those. They come with those like head sculpt stands.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Yeah.
Oh, they look like mini busts then. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like
What's that, Prime 1?
like Catwoman.
Yeah. I
just
got that Catwoman.
Wow. They come with a little stand. You can remove it.
Oh, that's.
What's that, Prime 1?
Yeah, Prime 1, the new Joker.
Which one's the new Joker from Prime 1? I don't remember. Is that the one with the
Bermejo?
The Bermejo one.
Oh, the new Joker.
Man, I still can't believe the Juggernaut's waitlisted already.
Hey, Thor, you got okay.
I regret waiting, but I got on the wait list.
Oh, you never got it?
I was thinking today when I saw him in low stock, I'm like, nah, it's not going to sell today. But damn, was I wrong?
So what do you think about the Gladiator Hulk though?
You're gonna go on the wait list?
I mean, he looked dope.
I got on there as soon as he went on wait list. I was a little too late, but oh well.
I think the Gladiator Hulk will be next.
Some people aren't going to be able to make that
I
payment.
think he looks sick, especially after seeing the videos of him, man.
Yeah.
Thing is massive too.
Yeah, the video sold me after I saw the video.
That Gladiator Hulk's gonna go waitlisted, and then it's gonna be waitlisted. It's gonna be full. That'll go real quick.
Thor, you got
look at his portrait. Let's go.
I can't hear you, Rodney.
You got any other angles on this one?
No, that's it.
Nick, you think it'll go quicker than the Juggernaut?
Yes, because his exclusive is the other portrait. That's why.
That's kind of crazy. You haven't even seen the exclusive yet. Have they came out with the exclusive yet?
Yeah, it's the warrior head and then the regular head. The regular you can just get, you know what I mean? But it's the portraits are different.
Yeah, the portrait one has the helmet, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's why that's gonna go. That's gonna go fast, really, really fast.
But what happens too is like it follows suit. People will see that the Jugs got waitlisted, and they're like, I don't want to miss out on the Hulk.
That's what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's gonna happen.
I think a lot of people just wait for like the Comic-Con, like San Diego, and to see other videos. Like for instance, Jem put out a video of the Mr. Freeze on when he did his video. He went through the Mr. Freeze, and honestly, I have to say that thing, it looks completely different. That the scientific pictures do it no justice at all.
Right.
I was actually one of the ones that said that shit looked like crap because it did. It looked like a toy. It looked horrible. The pictures didn't do it no justice.
Well, it becomes a thing of in hand, like everybody says. Once you get the piece in hand, I mean, it's night and day, really.
Yeah.
That could go either way, though.
Real quick.
How is it way better?
I guess mainly towards Barber because y'all have an expensive camera. Do y'all think that Sideshow's camera is like on the cheap end or something?
I don't think it's on the cheap end. I just think I don't know if maybe it has to do with editing.
The style, yeah.
Yeah, the style of editing, because everybody has to understand at the end of the day, okay, digital photography is the same as, photography back in the day where you had negatives, except it's digital. So people say, oh, I got to process it through Photoshop. People automatically think you're enhancing, you're changing, you're removing, you're adding, whatever the case might be. But when you, for instance, if I take a picture, I got to process it through Photoshop to actually turn it into a JPEG, because what I'm doing is that I'm getting a raw photo, which is not compressed. So you have, 100 different things that you can do with a photo when it's not compressed versus, when you get a compressed photograph, especially when it comes to JPEG, when it comes to the pixels and all that stuff. So what happens is when I take a picture, I take it raw, I process it through Photoshop. What do? I maybe it depends. Sometimes I get a little blur here and there where I have to sharpen it. For me, for instance, when I use my lights kind of filter into the background, so my black background looks a little bit washed out. So what I have to do, I got to use a little contrast brush and fix it and stuff. I don't know if maybe when they do their post editing, maybe something there doesn't go right, or maybe the lighting, but something's off with the picture on that statue for sure. I don't see I didn't see the details of the pictures that I did see on the video when Jem posted up the video. And honestly, the pictures didn't do it no justice.
No, the freeze is a prime example. That freeze on Sideshow's website didn't look good, but then in person and the pictures on the Comic-Con look, that piece looked great.
I would, to be honest, I don't think, it's kind of hard to say, or think if Sideshow would have, a cheap camera, because with all the money they make and with all the advertising they do, I would think that they would use some high-end equipment to.
Well, they always add those filters like the smoke and all that kind of stuff, and it kind of like detracts from the piece a little bit.
When I do my photos, I really don't like using any filters or any special backgrounds. I like using a flat, just a regular black background and my regular lights, and then that's it, and that's what I use. I took pictures of X23. I could actually pop in the chip right now, and I'll show you exactly what I got on my picture. And you're probably going to see the same exact thing, after I do the post editing on my picture. I could actually do it right now in Photoshop and show you guys with a shared screen, how I do it. It'll take me a second,
Yo, dog, but I go through story time. I'm saying, but I'm going through story time. Have a drink for me, my brother. Just kill a little bit, dog.
But a lot of people always ask me with the whole, No, but you know, I also get a lot of. No, man, you guys are horrible. No,
I love you, Barb. You're the best.
So don't tell me no. When I crack on him, don't tell me. Oh, don't crack on him.
Oh, she tells you don't crack on me? She just cracked on me 30 seconds ago. She was like, wow, man, nice story time, Tim.
That's because it rubs off. That's because it rubs off.
It's gonna be my next
I get it. I get it.
No, but I'm saying I've had backlash myself. I actually posted one picture of a statue one time, and somebody said, "Don't show me that. Show me an in-hand picture." I'm like, "What are you trying to say, dude? That I altered the picture? Like, get the fuck out of here! Like, you know, what you see is what I have. It's not any different, you know."
Who's this store?
It's Darth Nihilus.
You ordered this already?
That's a costume.
It's not up yet, but when it goes, I just paid off my Revan.
That dude is my hero.
That's pretty bad.
When this goes up, this is next on the menu.
He is my hero. He is my hero.
Mine too.
Then let's all sculpted too.
Hurry up and post that Shadow PO.
Chichedo.
Yes. Hurry up and post it.
See, I just paid off Revan, man. I'm very happy about that.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, bro.
Nice.
Sam saying we all know that Barb photoshopped.
Hey, when you have time, can you find like a video of Hulk, the new Hulk from Sideshow?
Yeah.
Comic-Con?
Yeah, I posted it up. I think who was it?
When I can Photoshop some fucking collarbone. You're gonna see how I'm Photoshop some collarbones on fucking Mystique.
Yo, you better believe it.
Oh, so he did that. He did a Batman too. Like that.
Yeah, he did the throne. See.
What slabs you got, Mac?
Is that one of the light up ones or no?
Oh, thank you.
I think everybody.
You went to the comic store today, Matt?
No, I've had these for a minute.
Oh, okay. You still get those Catwoman covers?
Say it again.
Catwoman covers. You know, the variant covers. The Catwoman. You still get them?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You showed some Catwoman covers a while ago when you were showing your comics.
Oh yeah.
Variant covers. Yeah, do you still get them?
Yeah, I still get them. I just don't really post them like I used to. So it's just that I still do this. I still do it. I just kind of died down a little bit on buying them so much.
Yeah,
damn. Damn statues and everything.
I know that. Yeah.
Especially now with all the stuff coming out.
Yeah. I'm done almost.
I see myself like $4,000 in debt in the next 2 months.
Oh God!
What's gonna be Sideshow's big surprises, man? Now that they showed us like everything, I'm wondering what they're gonna
nothing. Don't show anything.
They're gonna have something for you from New York City. Believe it.
Ain't gonna have
There's
shit.
gonna be more
Remember, we didn't see the Punisher till New York, bro.
Ain't gonna have shit I want. No more.
That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy that they don't have no reveals at San Diego, no?
They're gonna have. Won't they have like Cyclops or no? That's pretty much it.
Two-Face. Watch. They're gonna.
Well,
they might.
I mean, I think they did it smart this year, because I think they're doing a lot of things smart, right? So a lot of the YouTube fandom comes from like them, like people getting the statue and doing like the first video review. So now they do basically YouTube videos for us. So they're kind of taking all of our views. Right? As soon as they do an unboxing video, don't we all check it out? I check it out.
Yeah.
Every time.
So they're taking views away from YouTube people, which is smart for them, not so good for everybody who does them. And now
Are they doing unboxing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's completely different though, because all they do is really like a video of how they set up the statue, and that's it. They don't really say anything about it.
Right.
You don't get that review or that.
You don't get that collector impression.
We all gonna watch other videos, but not everybody. Some people are just like, that's it. They saw that video, they're done. They don't need to see it more.
Yeah.
Well, right, because they get gun shy. There's no team manual, so that's almost like their manual. It's a visual manual how to put it together.
Yeah.
I love
and then
where everything is put in the box.
And then they basically in the last week and a half they showed us all their reveals for San Diego Comic-Con. So now it was like we all knew what was going to be there, so there was no surprises. We weren't waiting for that first YouTube video to drop to shock us. We all knew what was coming. We were like, all right.
But do you think that's do you think that's kind of like a fucked up thing at the same time?
I think it's good.
It's good for them.
Yeah.
But as far as like if you're a collector and you go out there to San Diego and you know they used to surprise you and now you don't have that surprise no more.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, it's obviously important to them because they took the Susan Poison Ivy one when she assembled it, took that down and put that new guy up like immediately, like I want to say a few days after, gone. Completely gone. They redid a whole video, which is time and money for them, and I'm surprised they did that, but they did do it.
Well, I think last year when they did San Diego, they really didn't reveal anything special. The only reveal was actually at New York Comic Con with the Road.
No, they did some reveals at San Diego.
No.
Yeah, they did. No, they did.
They did?
Yeah, Rogue was at San Diego, but
Rogue.
He brought it to New York.
Rogue at New York.
No,
What was that?
No, what are you talking about?
Looks mean, dude.
Oh, Psylocke.
Wasn't Rogue at New York?
Rogue was there, but she broke. Yeah, the reveals at New York were Venom Bust, Punisher, and Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah. Gorgeous ass Spider-Man.
Oh, the She-Hulk. They did the She-Hulk too.
She-Hulk, yeah. X-23 was San Diego, but she's also in New York.
Variant Aspen.
Yeah, the variant.
They won't sell.
Do you think it kind of robs the people who go out there to like see these con exclusive reveals, so to say, and they're not getting that?
Yeah, I think that there's something there. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think these people pay what X amount of hundreds of dollars in airfare and hotels just to go see statues. I don't believe that for a minute.
I would.
It's the overall.
I know you would.
Well, it's everything. I think it's everything.
Correct. Right.
I basically walk through the statue booths and then I bounce. I don't want to be in the fucking Comic-Con. Fuck that. Fuck that, bro.
You just sign your autographs and leave, huh?
What autographs, bro? Nobody gives a fuck about me, bro. I walked around with Jem at New York Comic Con, and people were like, "Hey, what up, Jem, man?" And he's like, "Hey, what up, what up?" Nobody said, "Hey, it's him." They were like, "All right, cool. You're with this guy." nobody knows who the fuck I am.
Tim walks around with a shirt on that says "Flat Earth" or what, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Kingpin would be beautiful if they did a Kingpin in New York.
That would be nice. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Well, we're gonna if they don't show Cyclops, they're gonna have to show him in New York now, obviously.
Well, if you want to see what's coming up next, just look at the art print. That's going to tell you all the next characters coming.
Yes,
I think there's some truth there.
Yeah, just look at the art print.
Just show a Two-Face, but don't start POing them until next year.
Everything on the art print has been released except for Beast, Storm, and Brown Wolverine, and Xavier. Yeah.
Holy shit! What if they give us Beast? They give us Beast, Storm, Xavier.
You know they're gonna give us.
It's Cyclops. Oh my god, man! But all at once, whoo! But they're not going to do
that at once. We're dead.
Archangel on that print, right?
Hey guys, so look, I'm here sharing the pictures. I just uploaded them to Photoshop. I haven't even touched them.
Nice.
That's fresh.
That's a good looking statue.
Master Pizza says, "I heard Tim is the best hugger in the world."
It's not true. That's
Johnny,
not true,
for the
when I hug, I kiss.
She looks great on those pictures.
Johnny, for the 15th
you see, like every
time,
once in a while, I'll get like a messed up picture and I'll super overexposed with a flash.
Johnny, for the 15th time, we know that the Jim Lee remake of that art print. We know it's a Jim Lee remake. We know that.
Is it? It's a Jim Lee remake?
Yeah, I think so.
From what, the most sold comic book in history? The answer is yes.
You sure you got the name right? It's not James Lee?
Yeah, James Lee.
No, wait. Maybe it's Stanley.
7.4 million copies sold.
What's that? The XM Spider-Man makes people cry?
That's savage.
Uh-oh.
Yo,
Who said that?
Oh, Barb, look at that. You should post only shitty pictures next statue. Yo, seriously, next statue you get, be like, yo, man, I just got this new statue in here.
Well,
All my pictures,
I
just all shitty
picture
pictures.
I took.
Yeah, that would be fucking
That's a good
hilarious.
idea. That way they don't sell out.
Well, I just obviously showed. Look,
Yeah, the flash.
I'll shit picture I took. It was like that would be like a perfect thing if I post. I wonder how many bad shit I'll get for it.
Yeah.
Look, if I go here, look at that.
Yo, post that and say I bought this new camera. Fucking awesome pictures.
So, Thor, that's the one you already paid off?
Yeah,
Every once in a while, the light will bounce out.
Thor.
Is he from the game? Where's he from?
He's from Knights of the Old Republic, and I like this here because you can see somebody that slashed the mask. You can see his eye through the mask and shit.
So they need to remake that game so that I can play it.
Yeah, that was on the original Xbox.
I know, but I'm not.
They sell it on PC. They have it on PC.
No, they need to remake it.
I think I read something they were talking about making a sequel to it.
They should, because I hear people talk about it so much, but I'm not playing that old shit.
The OG one. It looks like crap now, but it was a fun game.
Right, remake it with today's graphics. I would absolutely check it out.
Probably the best Star Wars game, really.
That's what I hear people talk about it a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Which one?
Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, the original Xbox.
Yeah, this bad boy paid off. I just got paid shipping when it's ready.
You look sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna pre-order Nihilus next when it goes up. I won't be using this portrait, but
is he gonna do it as a plug-in or batteries or how's he
it's
doing?
plugged in.
Nice.
Yeah. Only thing, me and Taylor were talking. This one's supposed to be purple. When he was a Jedi, he had a blue one. And then when he became a Sith, he had a purple one. So we were thinking about sending it to the guy and having to change it. So,
damn, that's a lot though. See, really, because he's gonna mess it up with the wire though.
I mean, I want to see it first before I do it. You know,
you don't think there's some other way? Shit, could you pay?
Well, hold on. Would he need the wire if it's already a light up?
It's already on there. He just needs to change the
he just got to change
LED.
So he'll just change the color of the tube.
Yeah, you only have the wire when there is no light up because you'd have to drill through the whole statue and all that shit.
Okay, good.
I think theoretically, right?
Yeah, because if I got to send a piece, I'm not gonna do it.
I hope you're right, because it would be a shame to have to run a wire when you don't have to. If he could just change,
it will probably use what's already there and just change the bulb or the little LED or whatever.
Yeah.
Or it wouldn't just be the casing, like the tube.
That's what I'm thinking. Just change the casing.
Or the casing.
And I like the fact that this one's longer than this one too.
That looks tight.
That looks.
What are you guys whispering, yo? What are you guys whispering, yo?
They're saying they're gonna get into Star Wars next.
Yo, anybody who tries to hug me at New York Comic Con, you're in trouble.
Are you gonna punch him?
As he says it softly.
Sam, that's depressing, Sam.
My hugs come with kisses on the lips. So.
Oh,
PJ's gonna be running up to you then.
That's fine. It'll be the fourth time I've kissed PJ.
Oh boy.
With the tongue.
Don't be gross, guys. Of course, with the tongue.
Nice. Sam says my next custom is going to be George Lucas.
Oh. Handing a check over to Disney.
Yeah.
Rodney, what do you think of that Bruce Lee? I didn't get to watch.
So, well, I got word that it's gonna be $500 or $499.
Whoa!
No way.
Bruce Lee?
Yep.
So I'm definitely gonna get it, but I mean there are some things I don't like. I think the face is a little too full, and I don't like the position of the right hand. But I'm gonna still get it, especially if it's $499. So
$499 is a steal, man.
Yes, yeah, I'm absolutely getting it.
It looks good for that, man. I wish like you that it was a fist either behind his right side or forward.
Make it a fist.
Yeah, a fist forward or something. But it still looks. I mean, it looks bad though.
Yeah. I'm getting it for that price, easy.
ATP, how do you like that Rogues Gallery portrait?
I love that portrait. That thing is pretty big and it's nice. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I'm asking because since the new X-Men one came out, I'm kind of intrigued.
Get it.
I've never gotten a portrait from Sideshow, so I don't know exactly how their quality is or what. How
the quality is the great colors. The colors really pop. It's like a very HD picture. It's really nice.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Those if it had kind of like that HD effect.
Oh yeah.
Well, motherfuck, guys. Fuck.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to fucking buy this art print.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to have to spend fucking $400 on an art.
Their prints are nice, man.
And I don't want to have to fucking fight all these fucking X-Men.
You know why you want to get it? You know why you want to get it? See, we got the comic book. We got all 4 of them. So it's kind of like when you see them all in that wonderful layout. First, you're gonna want to get it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Barb.
Yeah, you do, bro. Shut up.
I don't know.
The prints are really nice. The colors on it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know it's hard to see on a cell phone.
Hey, there it is.
Stretched out.
Uh-oh.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Wow.
Yeah, I see that.
Holy.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
But you still want that perfect HD. You know you do.
It is HD, yo.
Yeah, that's nice.
Nah.
There it is.
Damn. That's like all the comic covers together, right?
Yeah, this is just like a canvas print I bought, and then I glued it to the wall.
I want it.
Cause I'm gangsta.
Hey, definitely find that online.
Hey Tim, gangsta right here. What's up?
Oh shit! All signature series. What up?
She got all the covers right there.
Signed by who? Jim Lee.
9.8.
By Jim Lee.
You got Stan Lee.
Yeah, those are Jim Lee's. Yeah.
Ooh, both of them.
You got there's ones that are 3, Bim. They're
Chris Claremont.
Chris.
You want to see my?
She got him on 9.8 too.
Where's my?
But not all of them
Chris
are
Claremont?
signatures. I only got 2 of them that are Stan Lee.
Claremont's a cranky old man, but he's awesome.
Yeah, he is
That's
awesome.
a lot of money, Barbara.
You're telling me shit. It took me a while to collect all 4 of them.
That's a lot of fucking money right there.
Oh my god! Did you guys see? Did you guys see X-Men fans? No one's ever said anything about it. Did you see the fucking foil covers they did of those?
Wait a minute. You think that's money?
Wait
a minute.
I'm sitting here showing you a hardcover signed. You got the fucking X-Men #1.
Damn.
I got 2 GSM.
Barbara has a car and slabs. She has like a car and slabs.
Do y'all have?
No, Ohami and Barbara see the future. They know that the X-Men is about to blow up, so they're scooping them all up.
They call me the mother of slabbins.
She cut the slab, the bud.
I'll tell you who's scooping them all up. Marcus is scooping them all up, dude. Wow.
Yeah, Marcus.
Wow.
I even got a ghostwriter back there.
Yeah.
I got out of the slab game. It gets a little crazy.
Yeah, I'm not doing
We
it.
haven't gotten any lately, but there's a couple of more that we want to get.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, some of the slabs, man. You're talking about $3,000, $5,000, $10,000.
Yeah, no, they're expensive. They're actually more expensive than statues, to be honest.
Way more expensive.
X-Men #1 and Hawk 181.
Those are the ones to have, the older ones that you guys have. Nothing against modern books. But
I don't collect modern stuff. If I'm gonna collect, I'm gonna get gold age or silver or something like that.
Yeah, modern slabs they're not the best thing to have. But the Gambit and some of those other ones, yeah, those are the ones that I would be selling my soul for, bro.
There's actually a few that we have modern, but
no, you don't. I'm talking, Barbara, like in the last 5 or 6 years, or even 10 years.
No, we got a few. We got a few modern.
Really?
Yeah,
I got a couple Donnie. I got a
Donnie
couple
Cates.
Donnie Cates stuff and shit like that.
I think
Donnie Cates.
Donnie Cates is new, but I think Donnie Cates is one of those things that will probably blow up in the future.
I got that first appearance of Noel too.
Nice.
The ones that are gonna go crazy are those Golden Age and Silver. Those.
But I think to a certain point, some of them already hit, like that Hulk 181. Like, how much can that ship go up more in price. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's already like $7,000 and shit.
It's just insane.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna jump off. Jesse, thanks. Hey, jump on again, Jesse. And I love the rest of you guys, everyone in the chat.
Thanks for the invite.
Later, Remy.
All right, Remy.
Link
All
up,
right,
y'all.
Remy.
Link up.
All right, man.
I love you so much, Remy. He's still. He left.
I saw Captain America #1 for $750,000.
Jesus.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
you gotta
probably
remember, you could put something. You could try to sell something for us.
no. That's going on auction. That's going on auction. It's probably going to go for close to $1 million.
$1 million? What?
Yep.
Which one? A Hulk one?
No, Captain America #1.
How much Action Comics #1?
God dang.
It's going to go for $1 million. It's starting.
Is it?
The bid is going to start at $750,000.
Holy crap.
This is
It must.
actually-
What's the grade on it, you bit? What's the grade?
9.4.
That's a 9.4.
Damn.
9.4. Yeah.
Damn, Beast is
Oh,
great.
nice.
Is that Beast?
This is one I got off a raffle off of Gemman's channel. I fought for this shit like fucking crazy. This is the first
I
appearance
remember
of
that.
Ferg.
What the fuck? Is he gray? He was
Yeah,
gray?
it's his first appearance in Ferg.
Oh, shit.
Hulk was supposed to be, the story behind it is when it went to print, they didn't have color. The ink got screwed up, or there wasn't colored ink, so Hulk ended up being gray. I can't remember. Stan Lee tells the story about it.
I think that might have been the same situation.
But Hulk's
nice,
original
though. I
color,
love that
actually,
cover.
I'm sorry, Hulk's original color was gray because he wanted it neutral for everybody. He didn't want it like color bias. It's one of those stories. I can't remember.
No, I think with what happened was that he was originally supposed to be green, but he turned out because of the color, it turned out to be gray or something, so they left him green.
That's exactly what Nick is saying.
That's it.
Oh, he's gray.
No, that's not what Nick said. But it was actually supposed to be green, but the color came out gray, so he turned out to he stayed gray. And then that was the original. And then he was green. What?
You and your comic book knowledge.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
What's up, Sonic?
What? I know a little bit. Damn it, man.
Hey guys.
My pretty face.
Oh, Remy left already?
That's a nice one, Barb.
2% is out.
How did Beast become blue?
I actually this I have it saved for when I get my Beast statue. This is gonna go with my Beast statue. I've actually had this for months, like maybe 6 months or something.
Yeah, I got put away.
And it was on a raffle. It was actually one of those things that Gem did online that was like one auction. Yeah, it was like an auction. So I'm always waiting for those Marvel things, like especially X-Men to come out. And I saw this shit and I fought for it. Like I fought for it, like with my nails and everything. But yeah, I got it, and I'm saving it for my.
I'm with Sam though. What's the story that got him to turn blue from gray?
Yeah, like behind the scenes, not the actual story.
I'm actually talking about the actual story.
Laura, can you throw those pics up?
Yeah, the actual story is random. He just became blue.
One day he woke up, he was blue.
I know I read it. I just forgot.
That I've never heard of. I mean, I've never heard really why he's blue.
Well, he's Wolverine claws. He's Weapon H.
What the hell? Beast?
What?
Wait, what?
The Hulk is Weapon H. You didn't see that? That book was like $150 book.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
They're talking about Beast.
No,
Hulk.
They're talking about Beast, Nick.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The original Beast.
They thought you meant Beast was Wolverine.
Okay, so I guess the reason why he's blue has to do with Mystique. I'm reading up on it. It says, in the film, he originally possesses only.
That's the movie. That's the movie.
But, but he started out gray. How did he get blue?
It was because the ink.
I think it was just the ink issue.
But there's not a story.
I'm sure there's a reason in the omnibuses or something.
I don't think they ever mentioned, this is why he turned blue.
Yeah, I don't think I ever heard anything.
It's the same reason why if you watch like the animated series, sometimes the suits when they're far away they don't color them fully. It's just easier to recreate the cells without.
Tim, you have all the omnibuses. Go through all the interviews.
Okay. Right now,
maybe it's just maybe it was just an artist that decided let's make him blue. I guess.
So
I actually don't have
got
all
some
the
close-ups.
And it's random because he wasn't even part of Chris Claremont's team. He was just part of the Avengers, and they were just like fucking blue.
Yeah, I definitely like the Iron Studio base more.
Guys, what if Sideshow just made? What if Sideshow premiered Beast and Nightcrawler tomorrow?
Oh Jesus!
Where them dollars at?
401k.
Oh, wait a minute. There's a story on Beast. I kind of found something. So just to read off the bat, it says the Beast's normal form isn't furry up until the cancellation of the original X-Men series. He looked like a human with an ape-like body, no fur, but big, elongated arms, hands, and feet. He had the same powers as he does now, strength and agility. Then in Amazing Adventures 11, 1972, the Beast... But let me read the whole thing. I'm just not going to jump straight off the bat.
God.
Holy shit. So then the Beast got...
Stan Lee and Steve Ditko wrote it.
He got
Thank you.
So the Beast got a job at the Brand Corporation, a subsidiary of Marvel's mega corporation, Roxxon. He was researching a genetic source of mutations, the X Factor, and then isolated a hormone that would activate the X Factor. In typical comic book timing, as soon as the Beast discovered this wonderful hormone, the sinister secret empire tried to steal it from him. So Hank McCoy did what any award-winning researcher would do with his potentially Nobel Prize-winning experiment. He drank it. The result enhancement of his mutant nature turned him into his now famous fuzzy form, but with gray fur. And with healing factor that would shame with a healing factor that would shame Wolverine, bullet holes healed as fast as they were made. Various misadventures ensued until the computer Quasimodo drained the Beast's excess life energy in Amazing Adventures 14, which left him not only with his nifty healing factor, but also turns his fur blue. So there we go. That's the story.
Not to get sidetracked on the Beast thing, but Thor, you were showing pictures of that Daredevil. Shout out to B Mother Reviews. He made a good point that Daredevil does not usually grin. So that's where there's a big difference with the Sideshow and the Iron Studios.
He doesn't usually grin.
He doesn't have that grin like that. He doesn't have those teeth out like that with his teeth all like showing. That's
he's stoic.
Yes, thank you.
So Barb, thanks for reading that, because I don't know how many of you guys have tried reading like old Silver Age X-Men, because
so wordy.
After Stan Lee's run is done, there's like literally like 7 years before Chris Claremont picks up, and random shit happens. Like Magneto turns into a baby, and when Chris Claremont picks it up, he has to like explain why Magneto was a baby and tries to like make it canon, and it's like the funniest shit.
That's comics, man. It's all over the damn place.
Because like I only know what I grew up with X-Men and and Jim Lee and stuff like that, but then there's so much more behind it, and I never read comic books, and I don't own omnibuses, and I really don't have the time, and I'm also a little bit ADD to even focus on all that's going on in my life, Like I have 4 kids, like I can't really pick a spot to quietly read all the time, So I didn't get to actually go back. So it was kind of cool to kind of look back on it, because I didn't know the story. So if nobody asks you, I really don't know. So
that's the biggest problem too, Barbara. What's hard is if you read like how you read it, and then there's so many different iterations of characters now more than ever. It's like, what's the right one? But then everybody has their different generation for it. So that's where it falls in. Like we're all 90s X-Men. That's my thing too.
And that article I was reading, it has a little bit more to it, but I guess it's pretty accurate, because it's actually going back to what number 11, which is this one, where he has a gray fur, and then it explains to you how he got to that blue fur, which I think is number 14. After he drank that serum or whatnot.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pick up number 14 now.
I know.
I gotta pick 12, 13.
The
What's up,
hunt
Rick?
is on.
There's a couple of them actually in between that I would pick up, but yeah, I mean it makes sense. You know, I had never gotten that question asked. I never looked back, so
I'm saying though, why are you trying to get Barbara ideas to make me spend more money?
I didn't say it. I wasn't even me. That was somebody through their voice.
And like that, you want me to give you the fucking roll fucking head?
But you know, that's kind of like the type of collector I am. I always like to go back and, you know, like, look, he got the Moon Knight. I never knew anything about Moon Knight, so I took it upon myself to go back and read about him. So
Moon Knight is so good.
You guys got to get the first appearance of Moon Knight. Come on now.
Yeah, I know. I actually looked it over early, and I haven't.
Sorry, homie.
That's one of my must-haves.
Yo, so
He's
Thor,
giving me a look.
Thor, can you throw those pictures back up? While let's all focus on these pictures because they're really good pictures.
Daredevil.
It's Daredevil, and I tagged you on Gladiator Hulk too.
Oh, don't forget Hulk 180, not just 181. You got to have them both.
The last
page. You gotta try to get the 181, man, because the 181 is so fucking expensive. Like the 180.
Yeah. I won't even try, man. I want that one, but I'm not about to pay this price.
That Hulk
And what's
181
crazy?
is one of those things that I just search for in raw format if I could ever find one, you know?
There's so many of that book in circulation. It's not like it's an ultra rare book either. It's just the popularity, man. You know,
People like Wolverine.
Well, that's exactly it. That's it.
And the hype.
I wish I knew who he was.
Prices are driven mostly by the hype.
I wonder if he was trained by Scorpion the Ninja.
Yeah.
You out of here,
Jesse?
Yeah, I'm out. I'm gonna hit the hay right now. So thanks
Good night,
for the
man.
invite. Thanks for chatting with y'all.
Yeah, man. Good meeting you, man.
Nice to meet you, Jesse.
Likewise, y'all. I'll hit
Have
you
a good
next
night.
time.
All right, man.
Thanks.
All right.
Stay safe in this heat, bro. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fucked up tomorrow. Yeah.
So, a little random X-Men trivia.
Let's look
Barb
at
got me
these
thinking.
butt cheeks real quick.
What?
They're looking at butt cheeks.
Daredevil's butt cheeks, yo.
Where are the butt cheeks? I don't see any. Oh, there they are.
I mean, this one does look good.
It looks
It's real
good, man. I like it.
It's
You guys-
well, you guys. Sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
What's the verdict on this Daredevil? Do most people prefer this one over Sideshow right now, or
I am.
kind of 50-50?
I like them both, but I like this one better. It's a little bit closer to the classic. It's still modernized, but it's a little bit closer to classic.
It's a shame though, because it is really just it's reversed of the Sideshow one. The legs, just the other leg. You know.
How big is the base? Is it really big?
I like the side.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen a 3-tier base. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't seen this.
It's like a big back, and then it drops down, and then it goes back up to the gargoyle. So his back foot is actually on the lowest part of the base, and then his front foot is on the high gargoyle.
I think it's really weird that he has ninja.
Oh, he's wearing
the top.
I love that.
What'd you say,
The
Ohio?
toes, yeah, the toes are nice.
Thor, do you have a
You're
full?
showing off.
Do you have a full frontal of it?
Negative.
Damn it!
Them ninja sneakers are rocking though.
It's tight, right?
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like the ninja.
Well, do his
The
his
Sideshow
Billy-
one, he has like tactical boots.
do his Billy clubs though have the devils on them, which I think they do. It looks like that's wow.
I don't know. That's kind of weird, but doesn't it look like he has boots on?
They are kind of like boots, but they
I
have
think-
like the ninja kind of.
So it went from boots to ninja sneakers.
His back
guess.
leg looks lost, kind of actually.
So Secret Sanctuary is saying that the base isn't huge, that it's estimated to be a foot wide and 13 deep.
A foot wide is pretty fucking huge.
12 wide?
Well,
That's not deep. That's not wide.
I'll take anything under 15.
I'll take anything under Juggernaut's base. Fuck that.
I could take anything under 15. I just heard what I said out loud.
watch the blue.
Size are lower.
Do you have a picture of the head sculpt and stuff, Thor?
These are all the pictures.
Thanks, Stuart. Yeah, these are good. I don't know.
The sculpt, the texture on the suit kind of reminds me of the Sideshow one, just with different colors.
Exactly. And the neck. Go ahead, Sam.
I think if I repainted the Sideshow one, I'd be happy. Like if I just made it all red. I don't know.
Yeah.
The neck on this one looks a little elongated from that one side, but then it looks all right on this side.
I don't know. I like this sculpt a lot.
I like it.
Yeah, I definitely don't hate it. I like the black.
You like the black and red contrast.
Okay,
Yeah, I like
I'm
that.
buying another fucking Daredevil. Great.
I'm getting this guy, but
I love
I like
this face though.
Yo, so
That's what about the Sideshow, the black contrast.
So do you guys think that, like I was saying earlier, that Iron Studios and Sideshow might be partnering up? Do you think that because they're sharing that license between their quarter scale stuff, because it's not Iron Studios' license, they're sharing it. Do you think Marvel is telling them you can't do something too different? Maybe Marvel told them it's got to be a Daredevil pose like this.
It could be possible.
Yeah, that could be.
I mean, that's weird because when Prime 1 did it, they almost gave Prime 1 exclusive characters compared to Sideshow.
Yeah, maybe that was Prime 1's choice though. They were like, let's do something crazy and make a.
But Tim, what's really odd with this is that Daredevil's been sold out for over a month now, and what does Sideshow have to gain from limiting them on this? Because they're getting kickback from this anyway. You cut it, so
yeah,
it's
I don't
kind
think
of weird.
Sideshow's limiting them. I think maybe the licensor is limiting them.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Marvel is saying like, "Yo, you cut that shit out. It's got to be
right."
You think the licensing thing had anything to do with it not being yellow?
Yeah, maybe.
I think if they would have done that shit yellow, that shit would have been like, it would have got a lot more. It would have sold out a lot quicker.
Fuck it, I'm buying 2 now.
Oh no,
I would like to know why will we never see another classic Iron Man ever again? I don't get it. Besides the XM one.
Oh, the movies are too powerful, man.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
Yeah, you know what? The more I look at that Gladiator Hulk, the more
Hulk, man, that Hulk is mean, dude.
The more you what?
Too much and don't dig it too much. We got enough pre-orders.
That Hulk is fucking mean.
So what the fuck? You go?
What?
You go with your shit? I want my shit.
What shit did I go? What did I pre-order?
I don't know. You were saying
You just pre-ordered Colossus.
I like how
that Gladiator Hulk gonna be hell of a.
You're an X-Men gal.
Oh.
I'll watch a reality show based on them.
Yeah, what do you guys think is going to be the price on that Daredevil?
I think Iron Studios is going to mess up and charge $800.
$800.
No, $699.
No, how much is Punisher? $700.
$700.
Get Ohami out of the X-Men group because he says I'm the X-Men gal. So
I refuse to be in the group without Colossus. So if we lose him, they lose me.
You know that Colossus was all about you. You know Colossus was all about you.
No, but let me. You think the Iron Studios Daredevil will be more expensive than the Sideshow one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I looked at the price. The Iron Studios Wolverine I had was $599.
Oh wow!
And at the time, premium formats were still $349. So it was already $200 higher. And I remember when that came out, I'm like, damn, I really want that Weapon X. XM has their Weapon X, but I'm not about to pay $1,000 for a Weapon X. And I was not too impressed with the pictures or whatever, And then, of course, when I unboxed it with PJ, I was like singing a fucking completely different tune. Because when I saw that thing in person, I'm like, yo, this thing's fucking sick. So, maybe I'll get the Weapon X one day.
Oh my god! What? You guys are giving him ideas. Oh my god!
About Weapon X.
Embrace your destiny.
You guys are showing him the Gladiator Hulk, and he's already going like this, like.
See where he's gonna put it.
Y'all just rewind that shit. Rewind it.
Dude, you should go watch the video that goes like 360 around the Hulk. He looks bad.
Oh, you know what, Thor? You know what I'm thinking about? You know what? That Hulk. If I take instead of doing a whole drone cabinet, I could do a whole Hulk cabinet. You see what I'm saying?
That'll work.
What's up, doggy?
What do you think it'll fit in there? That thing big, man.
I want someone to get Gladiator, Hulk, Juggernaut, and Odium and compare the size.
Whoa.
Yo,
Well, you talk about a battle
consider
royal.
it done.
God
Consider it done, bro.
I want to see who's the biggest.
It's gonna be Juggernaut.
I got Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Juggernaut, easy.
It should be Juggernaut.
You know what? You guys built up the hype. I think I'm gonna go Gladiator Hulk EX over plain regular Juggernaut.
Now, do it now, right now.
Hold on. Don't do it, Nick. Let me send you a link, my man.
Oh.
Let me send you a link real quick, brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You may as well. Hey, you may as well send a link for both because I'm not sure. I want to get both, like Johnny did. Shout out to Johnny.
Ordering it right now.
Wait, Tim, send me a link. I just waited.
No, I'm not ordering it just yet because I'm waiting on Gambit's price. I got the points, and these points are killing me. They're just sitting in there.
Don't act like you're not getting Gambit.
Burning a hole in your pocket.
Live.
What'd you say, Sam?
Don't act like you're not getting Gambit.
Oh, I'm getting Gambit. I'll max out 10 credit cards for that goddamn.
Don't go to that.
I hope Gambit's ridiculously.
Don't be homeless over
good.
statues.
I think Gambit's going to sell out in a day.
To you guys, to your argument before when you guys were saying about Gambit's clouds being
I think it's going to be waitlisted in a day.
Dude, that's
the hype.
Rodney, you better be on that one. Believe me.
Gambit is not going to sell out.
It's going to wait.
Gambit's
be like
gonna
Thanos.
sell out.
dude.
Gambit in a day.
No, Gambit is a call off work PO. That's what I'm doing, man.
Dude,
Fuck
I'm telling you.
Gonna sell out in a day.
I'm telling you, with a hype, he's
Yes.
gonna.
Well, it depend on the edition size.
They're not going to announce.
I mean, unless they go crazy with the edition size, but with a hype, I think it's with.
An edition size. Right
I mean,
away.
you never know. You never know. How much is Thanos' edition
I
size?
bet you they won't.
4,000
on that.
Yeah, Thanos was 1,000 something. That's why he sold out.
It was 4,000.
What was it?
Damn, he
4,000
sold out
total.
in 10 minutes.
No.
Oh.
I can't believe there's 35 people
No, the exclusive-
watching at 3 o'clock in the morning.
The
That's
exclusive
awesome.
the exclusive for Thanos was $750, and then they made 34
Oh,
or 3,500
okay.
regular.
Thanos took
Okay.
because I bought a Thanos. So
We're gonna see a sideshow first where the hype is real, and you're gonna see Gambit get sold out at least within a day. A day. He will.
I think even if they do it to be announced, it can go into waiting
on
list.
that. It's not going to sell out in a day.
I feel like if they sold out in a day, Sideshow would consider that a failure.
Yeah,
they don't
because
want.
they left a lot of money on the table. It's not going to sell out in a day.
Yeah, they don't want that.
Crazy talk.
I don't think they're gonna make like 4,000 exclusives. Though.
They're gonna make a lot. How much is
Nick,
Wolverine? How many?
I got that link.
2,500 and 1,500.
I love that you know that.
I love you.
Yo, I'm in the house and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Fucking crazy.
I love that your kids
How
are just
long
in
are
the
those good
fucking
for?
background.
Oh, much better. Thank God.
2 days.
Okay.
Why, you're not ordering it right now?
No, I'm gonna probably do the
Now.
Hulk.
Nick, you fucking
Now,
up.
right.
Nick, you fucking up right
Who's
now.
ordering right now? I'll send it to
I haven't sent any link to anybody, so I can send some if somebody needs some.
Now, what happens with all that ordering like that? So what? You get points, I get points. We all have to do a happy dance. How does it work
Exactly.
No, so you're ordering the piece anyway. So when I send you the link, you're gonna get your points like normal. Nothing changes for you. They just
Right.
give me a referral percentage back. So Sideshow pays me. You don't do anything.
again? Okay. All right.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
and then
shit.
if I'm buying something, you would send me the referral link, and then you would get points off of my purchase.
Okay.
I'm opening up a new YouTube channel, guys.
Let's do
What's it called?
business.
Sam's Backyard Customs.
Nice,
I'm gonna make George Lucas. Is gonna be my first custom.
nice, bro. Yo, Gem Mint's back in the chat. What?
We got room in here,
That's what I
Jim,
was-
man.
I've been saying that shit and y'all didn't listen to me. I was saying it's 3 o'clock in the morning and Jet Min is online. Shit.
I don't know.
It's midnight for him. Get him in.
That's what I'm saying. 'Cause it's not Texas time. He's got a time zone difference.
No, I know, but it's only been 2 days. I doubt it. He's gotten used to that 2 day.
It's midnight there.
Get Jim in here. Come on,
I don't
man.
think so. I forgot he's a city.
Gonna sell out like that Juggernaut.
He has to give us the report.
I agree, Ohami.
Yeah, Hulk's going to be around a little bit, but
Wait, have any of you guys been paying attention to the actual con?
No. Who gives a fuck?
Nope. Exactly.
I think they're gonna show a Black Widow trailer tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Who definitely gives a fuck?
I want to see it.
Exactly. That's what I'll be doing. That's what I'll be doing with my hand with that trailer pops.
I'll be looking on YouTube for it because I do want to see it.
I want to see it.
I saw that Witcher fucking trailer. That was dope.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, I saw that today.
Superman.
Yes.
Who?
Yeah.
Superman.
Henry.
Superman.
Superman.
The dude.
Who's Superman?
He's a guy.
Carol.
He's the winner.
That was a weak troll. That was a low. That was a 3 a.m. troll.
Yeah, thanks, Adam.
Oh man, it's tiring.
I think the drugs sold out because everybody's been wanting a drugs forever. I think that's why that's
Exactly. Yeah. No other juggernauts out there.
We know why Jugs sold out.
Yeah,
We got
but
to-
cool to be.
Yeah, but there's the X-Men jugs, and there's really not that
No,
much
that's,
hype for
no,
it.
that's 1/6, and it's fucking. It's not even XM. It's whatever.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that's the first official quarter scale Jugs.
Yeah.
It sold out because of the Comic-Con people saw video.
But I will, in all seriousness, and Master P was just calling me out like my phone. Gambit won't be a day, but Gambit will be a week. He'll be gone in a week. He'll be gone in a week.
You won't get an edition size for a week.
The exclusive is going to sell out.
Yeah, the EX will be gone in a week. That's what I'm saying.
First of all, we don't know what's going to happen because they did the Iron Man Mark III 750 edition size. It sold out in 3 hours, and they did the Thanos 750 edition size. It sold out in 15 minutes. So that was the last time that they announced an edition size before the pre-order. We don't know if they're going to do that with Gambit.
Now they do made to order.
I would think that. Well, they did. They did Iron Man after Thanos sold out. It was like the following week or 2 weeks or something.
I don't think they do make to order. They
do
that.
to be determined.
I know. I like to call it made to order.
Yeah, they do to be determined and go, oh, we got 1,000 orders, put another 500 on top of that.
Well, I would like to say for all the people watching and everybody in the panel that's wanting to get Gambit, I hope everybody gets it. That's what I'm saying.
If you want Gambit, just pay attention. Just watch the fucking game.
RSVP for it. You'll get the notification.
Man, Gambit ain't gonna sell out like Thanos.
No.
Is everybody gonna refer a friend for that? Are you guys gonna refer a friend?
Yeah, I got somebody already. Johnny and me are switching.
Dude, people are fucking excited for X-Men, man. They're hyped.
Yeah, bro, it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
But you gotta remember when the Thanos on Throne shit came out, they had the whole hype with the movies and shit. You know, so.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Sideshow did it without doing the movies. They just did that art print. They're hyping up the next ones to come. You're going to see Cyclops and Storm at New York Comic Con.
Dude, I remember I was so excited for Thanos because it had a comic head, like the one with the star eyes. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh, nobody gives a shit about the comics. I can probably order that like 2 hours after the fact. Fucking, I couldn't believe they sold out. And everyone was selling it for $3,000 that day.
Why, are you looking for one?
No. Are you looking for one? I can sell you one.
I have one.
Buy mine.
What do you guys think about the edition sizes and pre-ordering, like on the first day and stuff? Because everybody's always like, "Oh, don't order," you know, wait till the edition size. I mean, I honestly don't think it. I don't think it really does a difference whether you pre-order day one or pre-order when
I'm
the edition
confused.
size comes out. I think that.
Barb, I get what you're saying, but I'm confused about Sideshow's factories. I saw online that people think there's two different ones because I saw your X-23. Your X-23's face paint is so good, but then I'll see like Cheetah, like the DC Cheetah one, and her face is terrible, and I don't get how they can output two different statues that are so different.
You know, I've always said that, you know, I've always felt that Sideshow does have several factories and they determine what statues they want sent to what factories. I guess depending on hype, character, or quality, licensing, all that stuff. Like, for instance, maybe the Marvel pieces get, you know, a higher end factory per se. Because obviously, if it's Marvel and they have to go through a licensing, they have to have a certain quality in their pieces. So I do think that maybe there is different factories that they use for different statues.
Yeah, definitely.
My opinion.
It's not one factory. They got multiple. I mean,
that X-23 looks good because they sent them all to my house, and they took care of that whole edition size.
No, actually,
What? What?
Let's get the real though. What other X-Men has had the hype Gambit had so far?
Exactly.
What other statue?
The Juggernaut has that hype.
Not to this level. I mean,
exactly.
No, Juggernaut. It took a long time for him to get.
Juggernaut got hate at first because of the price and everything. And then
I was big on that too. I didn't like his fucking shoes.
But look at the price. Let me ask you a question. You think if that fucking Gambit was $1,400, it'll sell out like the fucking Juggernaut?
It's not going to be 14.
I'll buy a day one for 2,000 if what I get looks like that.
It would not sell out like that, though.
What?
You know what? I don't think you should be on these lives.
Yo,
I'll
you
just
guys
stick to my custom if it's 1,400.
All right, cool. Say no more.
It's going to be around the price of.
What happened?
Tim left.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness!
It's going to be around the Rogue price. I think.
Did Tim really leave?
Yeah,
he'll be back.
Yeah,
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
He's just making a point. See?
All right. Well, we can talk about DC while he's gone. Dude, did you see
that? Dude, that Flash saying they were questioning the anatomy before. You'll know that's a Tony Daniel Flash.
Yeah.
Or
Tony Daniel's my favorite.
Yeah,
you can't get rid of me.
Who else?
Can't get rid of me.
No. Hey, yeah, Thor. I understood what you meant.
No, we can't. I'm just fucking with you, Sam.
No, Thor. I understood what you meant when you thought the arms did look weird, but I thought it was like an effect because he's going so fast. But then when Daniel Bell was like, "You're all stupid. This is what it actually is," I was like, "Ah."
Yeah. So what did he say?
He was just like the I don't know. He was just like, "I'm fucking perfect. Shut the fuck up."
I just thought his hand should be right where those silver bands are. To me, that's where the hand should have been.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was a speed effect.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think most people complain that his arm looked way too long or something. I think.
Yeah, that was my only. Yeah.
Well, there was that first
way
picture.
too long.
That first picture was like a wide angle lens, and it made his hand look really big.
That's crazy, man. How they've been wanting the Flash forever, and the first thing when it comes out, everybody starts complaining about it.
I honestly thought people were going to be happy, and there was
I mean,
lot.
my arm looks long as fuck.
Nobody's
right
happy.
Yo.
Nobody's ever.
Well,
happy.
the thing is, and Sam,
right
Sam, you know, like I do, he's a lanky character. He's not going to have, you know what I mean? He's not going to have Wolverine arms. He's going to have long arms.
Well, have you ever seen the Animatrix?
Yes.
You remember the Animatrix, the running?
You guys are tripping.
That's how I thought it was.
Okay.
I thought about that.
When I saw the video,
that makes
he
sense.
looks pretty. He looks awesome on video.
I don't understand why. That was funny. You said it that they get a Flash statue and then everybody wants to tear it up. It's like, dude, seriously?
Yeah, for years everyone bitched, and then it came out and everyone bitched.
Well, it's funny too.
You know what?
Let me say something.
Not everyone. It's some people.
Oh,
You
you're right.
guys said it before. The Mr. Freeze, it's great because to me, the Mr. Freeze picture looks like the animated series version. Now everybody sees it at Comic-Con. They're like, oh my God, this is the best thing since sliced bread.
Rodney, if this was quarter scale, I would get this.
There's a Scarecrow. Scarecrow looks great.
If this Ray was quarter scale, I would get this.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean it's
Ray.
that shit is tight.
Who's making that?
That's Gentle Giant, or what do you call it?
Oh, that's a perfect
Diamond
Yeah.
Select.
If that was quarter scale, I would get it.
So
You're
why?
gonna get that
I
port.
love it. I mean, with the helmet and everything,
I like
detail.
it.
What about that little bird? What about little bird?
No, the bird can say what the fuck he had. I love this one.
We actually watched the movie, and that was my favorite part. That little bird.
Oh God!
Dude, and the way he just kept on hitting like the windshield, and it was just.
That's why they put it in there for you.
That's exactly why they put
Barbara, you can't be saying Barbara, you can't be saying I watched that damn movie live.
Yo, tell me how it's fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, right? There's 34 people watching, and 2 losers gave us thumbs down.
Yeah. Oh boy!
Keep looking at us, you fucking losers.
There you go, Sam.
Oh, thank you, Thor. Dude,
me,
what
the hand should have been like right here.
This is the best Sonic companion piece.
Right.
They gave us thumbs down.
Yeah, Thor, where do you think his hand should be?
Right where the yellow bands are. To me, that's where his hand should have been.
You think so?
It'll be too short.
Right,
Too short.
No, right here, like right.
I can't see.
Right where the wrist is. Right
It's tough. It's tough with Flash though, because his arm, if you look, as Tim would say, anatomically correct, it is. He's extended out, and he's doing a full. That's like him in full stride, really.
Maybe it should have been like half of his forearm, like his hand should have been to half of his forearm or something.
I think engineering-wise, this is definitely going to be one of the more impressive statues.
Agreed. That's a day one for me.
So is his elbow past his waist? If he put his hand down to his side, his arm down to his side, his elbow is past his waist.
I had a picture. I photoshopped his arm and rotated it.
You'd have to see, Rodney, how tall. I mean, his legs are proportioned to his. I don't think his arms would be as long as you think if he was standing.
His elbow is a little bit under his breast, I think.
Tim, talk to the sideshow. See if we could get the T pose for this, and then we can.
right. The T pose.
Hey, Tim, what does your book say about his arms?
Let me look.
Yeah, can you?
Another thing is that this picture is taken with a cell phone, and it's taken behind the glass, and the glass always distorts, whatever is behind it, depending on the angle, the flare on the glass, the lighting, things like that. So.
Put on the.
Look at that Green Arrow, though. The Green Arrow looks great.
Green Arrow came out great. That Green Lantern, I wish they kept.
But if you look at the Green Arrow, he's out of the flare. He's out of that flare from the glass too.
Yeah, you don't get the reflection of something light.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be. I mean, I
looks good.
hate Daniel Bell, but I do own 4 statues out of Daniel Bell, and I really can't complain about them. So I don't see why.
Thank God they went with the classic suit and they didn't do the new 52 or something else, because that would have really sucked.
Well, according to Jason, it's not the classic suit.
Well, I'm sorry, closer to the classic suit.
Yeah, that's some panel lines, but it's whatever.
The new 52 stuff is too shiny.
I think it'll be a dope piece, to be honest.
The new 52.
Well, and his boots don't look like he's going out to go walk in the rain either, which is nice.
I'm referring to the book here.
So Jem is saying that when they sculpt a character, the character is standing straight up, and then they pose it.
A T pose. That's what we said. A T pose, Barbara.
Yeah, they do that in animation also.
Like this.
A T pose. Yeah. Yep. Sometimes the arms will be
so
out.
The elbow is above the waist, though, right?
Yeah, the elbow should be above the hip bone.
See, in that picture, it looks like if he put his arm down to his side, it would be under the waist.
Tweet ahead, Darkseid.
Yeah, but Darkseid isn't lanky.
No,
that's a nice Darkseid.
I forgot to show it during the first show.
That's a nice Darkseid.
Is it me, or does Tweeterhead do the sideshow? They do the sideshow poses, but in a smaller scale, which is fine. But,
no, I like them. They do classic outfits that I like. They don't fuck.
Oh, their stuff's great, man.
Is that a quarter scale Home Depot box next to it?
Home Depot box.
It really looks like it.
No, it's sitting on the carpet somewhere.
That shit really.
That is funny.
It's a perfect example of what we're talking about right now. How things
guys.
are distorted by distance, whatever is affecting the picture. If that is in fact an actual box that's sitting on a cart or whatever behind it on the ground, and it's not that small, then you can see right there where
Man, I'm telling
distorted.
you, man. You learn so much from Ethan. It's so fucking unbelievable.
I think it's the exclusive.
It has to do also with photography. When things are forward, they look bigger. When things are further, they look smaller. So it all depends.
What did I do, Ahami?
I ain't saying nothing, dog. I'm saying she's learning.
Foreground, middle ground, background. It's the three.
Exactly. It's common sense. They teach us.
Everybody, take a vote right now. Guys. Take a vote now. Everybody who's on the panel, everybody who's watching, if you guys want me to stop talking.
I think Ohami's impressed with me. The Malibu.
Oh boy.
He gonna ride that down a better picture, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen.
Oh, there it is.
I haven't seen that.
The other one I had was smaller. That's all.
I haven't seen that before. Tim, can you send me a picture?
Yeah,
of what?
His right hand should be bought.
Of this Bruce Lee?
Yeah, I agree.
Or you want a couple different angles of the
It's just to me the two that you already have kind of crushed this one in my opinion.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't say that, Thor. I can't afford those, and I can't get them anymore.
You got to hear, bro. The ones he have crushed the fuck out of this.
I mean,
I agree.
Let me. This is $500. So
$500.
It's worth $499. I would get it for $499 easy.
I like it. I like the base. It's big.
No, I'm not saying I don't like it. It's just when you've seen the ones he has in
it's not as good as
you go to
those are night and day. I know they're night and day. I've seen them in person. It's just forget it.
Hey, was this the panel that didn't like the way his right hand was?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
It should be fist up.
Yeah, it should be a fist or have it behind his leg.
I like everything about this piece that I'm getting.
It looks like he's posting on something that's not there.
Gotcha.
It's the first Bruce Lee piece, actually, Rodney. It's the first Bruce Lee piece that's actually worth buying since the two that you got. There hasn't been one since.
Yeah, because the sideshow one was shit.
That was garbage.
that was horrible.
You know one I'd like to see them making him of him working with the wooden man. That would be cool. That would be
of that.
Yeah.
That's quarter scale.
This is
I used to have one of those wooden men.
And his face doesn't remind me of Bruce Lee. See, the one that you have behind you, that reminds me of Bruce Lee. That face does not remind me of Bruce Lee at all. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's too wide, too full.
Too round.
Yes. Exactly.
The hair isn't. I don't like something.
He looks beautiful, guys. I don't know
the hair. The problem with the hair is, Sam, it slopes at the top. It's not as round at the top. It's more,
you guys really like talking about hair follicles right now?
It's a great sculpt, but look at the picture behind Ron.
When are one of you guys gonna pull out your Vidal Sassoon book?
Yeah,
we're gonna go over hairstyles.
What the fuck are you doing?
Look at the hair on Ronnie's Bruce Lee.
Jim said it's Fei Long.
You
guys look like Fei Long.
It doesn't remind me of Bruce Lee at all.
I don't know. This isn't Arnie Kim, is it?
I think it is. Yeah.
His site must be.
I want to say yeah. I'm not sure. I want to say yes.
Who?
The Daenerys behind him got a bunch of hate online though.
It doesn't look like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
It looks like a young Jackie Chan.
It doesn't look like Bruce Lee.
The portrait is off.
I don't see Bruce Lee.
I see Bruce Lee.
Jackie Chan.
He looks like Bruce Lee. His face is a little full though.
He's Bruce Lee's brother.
How come I? Yo, I'm so perplexed. How come I can't talk about butt cheeks? Yo, y'all motherfuckers, man, really have me sitting at home going, am I unreasonable with my requests?
Yo, why don't we throw up that first four figures, that new Sonic for Sam there?
Yo, are we gonna do that?
Yeah.
Can we talk about Punisher now? I like this Punisher. I think this is definitive.
Oh gosh, this fake ass cosplay Punisher.
I don't know. 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 I don't know.
If you do a search for Punisher face paint, all you're gonna see is cosplay.
Oh my God,
You
we
won't
went
find
through this.
one picture in the comic book.
Rodney, you want some other angles of that Bruce Lee face?
This would have been more accurate. This would have been more accurate.
That's what I said. The hand should be by the butt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And his face doesn't resemble Bruce Lee.
Thank you.
No, I think it does.
Oh, there's a picture.
I'm getting that cosplay Punisher though, and that Gambit.
Wait, Rodney, did you not pre-order this?
I did order it because I love the idea of the bat, but I hate
Rodney. Rodney, what if you could just have somebody? Rodney, what if you could just have somebody paint the face over?
Yeah, would you just repaint the face?
I would look into getting a custom portrait. I will be.
No, I'm saying even this one, if they repaint the face on this, it can be done.
Yeah, the
Into
sculpture.
what? No, for why? No. Even if that was a flesh colored Punisher face, it looks like nobody in the comic. So
really,
yeah.
He's saying it doesn't look like Frank.
It's just generic slick back hair, man.
Yeah, it's a generic white guy. And
Whoa! We don't know if it's a guy or a girl. Okay.
Oh boy,
we're not doing that to punish.
Wait,
it was misdirection.
It might be gender fluid or something.
The other portrait, y'all ever play Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
Yes.
Y'all know Little Matt?
Yeah.
It looks like a grown-up Little Matt from Punch Out.
So is the new Punisher, the new movie, going to be a woman? That's what you're saying?
You said it's going to be a what?
The new Punisher is going to be a woman, I heard. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Punisher, there has been.
Well, the new 007 is going to be a woman.
Well, James Bond is a woman. So.
There's been a Punisher before.
Guys,
no,
let the ladies have a chance to be seen, okay?
James Bond isn't a woman. 007.
Right.
Oh no, let's not do this.
No, 007 is a woman. There's a difference.
The new James Bond should have been Idris Elba. That's who it should have been.
No, it shouldn't. Oh, stop this shit. No.
You guys know what that Bruce Lee statue has that all good statues have?
What's that?
Collarbones.
Wait a minute. What did I miss? I haven't had a chance to watch it.
He's late to the party.
I'm gonna rewatch it. I'm gonna rewatch yesterday's.
You have to watch last.
Oh, there's a good shot. There's a good shot of some cakes right there. Some Gene.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was looking at Logan. You're looking at Gene.
You're looking at Logan's cakes.
No, not his cakes. I'm looking at the Logan statue. Damn it.
Dude, Sabretooth's butt is way bigger than Gene's.
Juicy, dude.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't go try to squeeze that motherfucker if I
Okay,
was.
but Sabretooth is a beast, so they have more muscles. So
he has a big butt.
So what is it official that this Logan goes with them now? Now that we were all trying to decipher it all these weeks later.
Yeah, they're at a bar. Sabretooth is outside, and he pissed off Logan, and that's what's going on.
Yeah, he killing Logan's buzz, so Logan's
Logan.
You think Logan can't get drunk though, right?
No, he can't.
That's why he's pissed
Hey,
off.
at least somebody's foot's not
He's
floating off the
frustrated.
statue like another one.
Well, yeah.
Yo, Jean Grey has the classic flat butt, so I'm all about it.
Oh wow!
With
It
the
just occurred to me
wedgie.
that is
And it looks-
but Atem, I'm sure you'll take care of it like you did with the OG Grove. Right?
Oh no! I stay classic with
Did anyone find out if you can remove the flames on her neck?
someone Lewis said that they were glued onto that portrait.
Oh God!
Yeah, so I'm gonna Dremel them off. I'm gonna fill it. And I'm gonna repaint it. It's not gonna. You're not even gonna know that.
Yeah, those flames are the worst part of that.
Yeah, no problem.
boy.
Easy fix if I want the statue. No.
Why
What is
hatred?
So is that gene the only gene that's part of the snow diorama? Is everything else Danger Room?
No, it's because Sabretooth is.
Sabretooth is snow.
No. Besides these three, is everything Danger Room? Like Juggernaut and all that shit?
No, because Emma is Cerebro.
And Mystique.
Mystique is standing on the logo behind Juggernaut.
Well, why can't it be simulated snow in the Danger Room, huh? Why can't the snow be simulated in the Danger Room? Tell me.
Could be.
It could be, I guess. Maybe the bar is simulated at the Danger Room.
Oh my god. Yo, now somebody's thinking. Thank you, Sam. Yo, I like the way your mind works, bro.
They're all Danger Room.
I'm digging
guys.
it. It's all
Guys,
danger.
So they're
I'm guessing
all
the whole thing is Danger Room.
if you go to the Sideshow website,
Yeah,
there's a picture of her with no fire on her neck.
Yeah, that's the regular.
That's the regular.
So the regular is the one.
And
to
then
get.
the exclusive. No, the exclusive is the better portrait because her mouth is open slightly.
That helps that Tim like
So
think.
it's good.
Yeah, that
You
gets me.
spit
That
my
gets me
This is
right
the
to
one
where
that doesn't have the flame.
I want to be.
Something to aim at.
Yeah. No, I mean, I always like. I always prefer a sculpt that goes that extra step. You know, to give me what I need sexually. You know.
Oh my god. You spit my mouth. That
Oh,
spit.
no.
She got delayed though. It's
Who
did?
Where's the other portrait? Because this portrait scares me so much.
Wow, that is a crazy. Ooh, yeah, that's better.
Whoa, hello.
That's a good portrait.
You know it's late when Ohami and Barbara get in bed.
Wait, can you go back to that last one, Thor? I want to see the face again.
That's my favorite Emma portrait.
Yeah, it's a beautiful face.
That's a pretty portrait.
Oh, I'm tapped out, and I was wondering, like, where the fuck is he? That's too long of a piss, so I can't. So I came to the room, and he's laying down. He's like, if you want, you can bring the computer here. I'm done. I'm in the back.
Oh, duh. So we're getting Professor Xavier. That was the other Easter egg that I never even paid attention to.
Oh
And
my
we'll get
God.
Cyclops.
I didn't know Cyclops was there. Look, they did Cyclops. Why are people
Wasn't there Archangel or somebody in the picture too?
Yeah.
Well, Archangel's on that base as well.
Oh no, I thought y'all were talking about the picture.
Oh, I was just
Art print.
Yeah.
I just can't believe how complicated her boots are.
I don't like the crazy face, but I do like the statue.
I like the statue.
It's just not for me. You know.
Less is more. Less is more.
Can she do that? Can she do that to the metal?
No, I would assume that she's fighting Scott.
Okay.
Doesn't she usually have like cleavage? Like that's kind of weird, no?
Yeah, she's usually a little sexier in the chest.
This is
I'd like to know what size space are we looking to have all these posed the whole line in one big wall?
6 feet.
Yeah, we'll go.
You think 6 feet?
Oh, there's a Juggernaut boot print on this one.
Oopsie.
I didn't even notice that on the base because I haven't really looked at this statue.
The Juggernaut boob print?
No, that's what Johnny's saying.
Johnny's still up.
Oh, speaking of Juggernaut, correct me if I'm wrong. It looks like the Emma or the
Mystique.
What's her Kitty Pryde? It looks like a half base on her. She can fit on the Juggernaut base. It looks like it's not even a full.
Her body comes off the little stand that she's on.
Floor, it's like a half a piece of Danger Room. It's not even a full. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but her,
you
her
can-
body
you can
comes
put-
off of that too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not part of the base. You can put it on like Wolverine's bar floor.
Motherfucker! I should have got the exclusive. God
Dude,
damn.
just join the wait list.
It was only like $15 more. Why didn't you do it?
Fuck.
Dude, they only made 400 kitties. She's a quail.
We spent $1,400.
Fuck that. She's too new of an X-Men character. I'm not gonna get mad over spilt milk.
She's
no.
from 1980. What are you talking about?
I'm going back to the 70s, brother.
Listen, what did you say?
I just don't want to see people hanging that shit upside down from a
Yo,
do it
stop
on the
taking
wall.
my idea, bro. Damn, Mohami.
I can't wait till I get my robe fucking fitted to the fucking head.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you know what?
I hope my shit's actually done before 8th, so I can post color.
Sam,
No, my
Sam,
shit is
know.
done, dog. It's
Sam
out
and
there.
Tim, you guys will know. What movies has Kitty been in? Like, as far as X-Men movies?
Wait,
what?
Days of Futures Past.
Besides that, what other ones has she been in?
She was in
X-Men 3.
X-Men 3,
X-Men
X-Men 2.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's like,
She was in X-Men 1.
Hey, Nick,
I'm the
did you
Juggernaut,
see these
bitch.
movies,
Right.
Nick?
I saw them, Rodney. God damn it.
Okay, I'm just
She was
I
in the
got them
first
all on
X-Men 2.
Blu-ray, man. Why you gotta fucking go there?
But dude, honestly, just watch X-Men Evolution. That's like the best kitty.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of the character. I don't know. I don't know.
Yo,
Just
you're
more
out of the
hype
X-Men group,
nowadays.
bro.
No, come on, brother, please, man.
You can't, even if you listen, even if you don't like them, you gotta say you like them. All right.
I like, Tim, I'll give you this. I like Jubilee. I do like Jubilee
It's
over
bad
her.
for the brand, yo. It's bad for the brand.
Oh,
man, but fuck Banshee though, for real.
Whoa! Whoa!
You guys know I'm fucking trolling you. Stop, guys.
Get ready for this one. Fuck
X-Men Evolution is
fuck
not
Wolverine.
the best cartoon.
Fuck
Tim, what do
Wolverine.
you think of that Shadowcat custom?
I think it's lazy.
Yeah, you hate it?
I don't hate it. I just think it's lazy. It's like disappear her foot. I'm like, yeah, that's a little lazy. I would like half her body through a wall.
Rob Liefeld.
What Shadowcat custom?
Johnny did.
Someone
there is a
posted a
footprint for
Shadowcat custom in Rad Titan today.
Thank you, Johnny.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, he messaged me about it and asked me, like, what do I think? And I was like, I said it's a little lazy. And then he's like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, I would do this. And I put her through the brick wall with the Xavier sign, and half her body was sticking out, and the other half of her body was on the other side. The dragons flying off her hand. I'm like, yo, that's fly as fuck. He's like,
Master.
nah. I'm like, all right.
Master.
Why'd you ask?
Master Pizza says, I like Gambit. I like Gambit. I like Gambit.
I like Gambit too.
Mon ami.
You guys suck. You shouldn't be saying I like Gambit. I love Gambit.
Yeah. Who's not getting it, Barbara? I think we're all probably getting it.
I know.
Not the Dark Lord.
He's my favorite.
Whoa.
I mean, I like it. Just
He's my.
You could just turn it into a Sith, bro.
He's actually my number one favorite character in X-Men. Gambit.
Because you don't like my Phoenix.
Wow, Master Pizza doesn't like Gambit.
Hambi, you know what you got to do now? You got to wear a trench coat and get a bandana and have a cigarette in your mouth all the time.
Yeah. And every time you talk to Barbara, you got to be like, Mon ami.
Share.
Mon chéri.
Cherie.
start working with them cards and everything.
You got to do the crazy shit. You got to say trick card every time you show a card.
Snap into a lightsaber.
That's what I was thinking.
Gambit and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Burn his fucking hand off.
Gambit's my number one favorite character, but to be honest, with the sideshow statues, I was way more impressed with Juggernaut. I don't know why.
Wow.
I guess I haven't seen any videos or pictures that have really like wowed me on Gambit from sideshow.
I think those cards are going to break a lot.
Oh no!
Don't fucking say that.
Why
kind
would
of
you say
shit.
that? Evil.
Yo, man.
Evilness.
I'm sorry. They're perfect.
Well, you know what's gonna happen, Tim? I'm gonna ship mine to a Tim, and he can fix them. For
I
me.
can't fix clear resin.
Oh, then I can ship them to Vinceville Custom.
Nobody can fix clear resin.
Ship it to
Once the clear resin breaks, you'll always see that crack.
That's
Is
right.
it clear? I thought it was painted over. Whatever.
Yeah, but what if you, Tim? What if you even frosted it though? Could you hide it that way?
You'd have to paint over it, and then you wouldn't. It wouldn't have the same.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have the same effect.
Correct. Right. God damn
Yeah.
it.
I mean, that's what happened to my Iceman. It came like all fucked up. So the only way to fix it was to repair everything, and then paint over the statue.
I really like that Iceman. It's a nice Iceman.
That's why nobody uses clear resin for anything.
It's delicate shit, bro.
Yeah, breakages.
Yeah, except for first four figures.
Yo, I can't fucking believe. I can't believe that you just said the Gambit cards are gonna break. Fucking jinxed all of us, bro.
Who thinks what's Cyclops base gonna be? What is the thoughts on Cyclops'
I think
base?
it's gonna be a Sentinel base.
Like that.
No, I think
That's gonna be like that.
I think one of a thing is going to be pushing him up off the danger room floor, and he's going to be balancing off of it and shooting down.
Oh shit!
No, just a regular portrait and then EX. What's the difference?
One hand on both. What if they do this? To make it different.
You don't think
thank you for getting that one.
You don't think they'll do something that maybe complements Gene's base?
I don't know. So here's more story time.
Analogy. This is my analogy. You have
just because
X-23 with Wolverine, and then you have Rogue, and then now we obviously saw Gambit, and then we have the Juggernaut and stuff like that, and then Colossus
you need a
match.
matching base for
So
Jean.
we need a matching base for Jean. So what would that be? What in your mind?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be something based off of Jean, not anything else.
Like in the snow?
Maybe something in the snow. I mean, I really don't. Obviously, we already have 4 with the Danger Room.
Hold that thought, Barbara. We have someone actually in the live chat asking. This is a good question. Not to interrupt you. My apologies. How long you guys think it'll be before we see another Silver Surfer at NYCC?
Completely off topic.
I know. Why you?
No, if you put somebody in the live chat, man.
But Nick, that was completely off topic, brother.
They got mad because they took the topic off of X-Men.
No. To be honest,
It's
I don't think we're going to see a Silver Surfer at all.
No?
I don't think we're going to see a Silver Surfer at all this year.
We will eventually see it, not this year, but
I think
it's gonna happen.
Fantastic Four eventually reboot.
But not for New York Comic Con.
We're gonna get a Silver Surfer. He's gonna have panel lines. Just get used to it.
He's gonna be wearing shorts.
Nah, you'll see a Surfer and a Fantastic Four when the movies come out, guaranteed.
Exactly.
It'll happen.
I don't think we're going to get anything this year for Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, any of that.
No.
Dr. Doom.
But we'll go.
It's X-Men year, bro. It's X-Men year.
I agree. I'm all in, man. Jesus.
Good night, guys. My baby woke up, so I gotta go.
All right, they bet.
Yeah.
Sell me your Rogues Gallery print.
Good night.
Barbara, the Cyclops. I think you're right. That's gonna go with the Rogue. I'm guessing.
So y'all don't think Cyclops will match Emma?
I think so.
She should match Emma.
Or yeah, exactly, Emma, because Emma obviously looks like she's got something going on with Cyclops.
Yeah, no, but he has to match Jean. Like how you not gonna match Cyclops with Jean? You know?
Because if you're in the know, they don't have to be next to each other. You know already.
No, but it's obviously not going to be. I don't think it's going to be anything Danger Room related. I think they've already exhausted all their pieces for Danger Room, which will be Gambit, Colossus, Juggernaut, and which one was the other one? Rogue.
We've already established
Barbara, it's all the Danger Room.
Big ass Danger Room.
Well, not really. You
bar in it.
Barbara, it's all the Danger Room.
Well, but you got Jean in the snow. How is that Danger Room?
The snow is a hologram.
The snow's a hologram. The Danger Room.
And Wolverine is having an imaginary drink.
He's having an imaginary bar.
That's what Ethan told me.
And
He told me
can't get
they
drunk.
were outside fighting in the snow.
Exactly.
Okay? And then
y'all can't switch the shit on me now.
I hope they just put Cyclops in the bar with Logan. Maybe he's fighting Logan.
They're just like they're facing off.
Yeah, fuck Sabretooth. Sabretooth's actually fighting Jean Grey. We were all wrong.
No.
Well, what really?
Outside the bar.
Y'all
he's waiting outside the bar for.
Wait a minute, y'all gotta think. We still have Storm. You know, Storm is missing.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta think. Okay, if you have Sabretooth out in the snow, you got Jean out in the snow. We're missing Storm.
I love Storm.
Yo, maybe that's why Sabretooth's turned because the wind is blowing him.
We just lost 4 viewers because of the X-Men.
Yo, Nick, you're definitely out of the X-Men group now.
No,
You're definitely out of the X-Men group, bro.
No, man, come on now.
Y'all still think we're not gonna get a Nightcrawler? I mean, I don't know, but
I'm not even paying attention to the viewers, bro. Stop looking at the viewers. Who gives
or a beast?
Oh my god!
I don't care if there's 2 people who watch us. That's right. I said it. All you guys leave.
Whoa!
What about Beast? Yo, imagine Beast in the Danger Room. Ooh,
I would be.
Beast is going to be in the Danger Room. He will be in the Danger Room.
I want Nightcrawler hanging from handlebars from his tail.
Yeah, Johnny said Cyclops, Storm, Beast, and Cyclops will be all out in the snow, but I don't see Beast out in the snow, to be honest. And I kind of don't see Cyclops out in the snow.
I see Cyclops out in the snow.
I don't know.
He has to be next. He has to be next to Jean.
But
Do they have to really?
But Jean
Cyclops out in the snow.
Field going on.
Cyclops out in the snow doing an optic blast, obviously. So some dynamic pose, though.
All right, guys, confirmed. Beast is going to be in the SR-71, and that's going to be an exclusive. I love you so much, Sam.
It's gonna be Beast doing a fastball special on Cyclops.
That'd be awesome.
You think,
that would be awesome.
You think
Yo, Jesse.
Cyclops will have an optic blast?
Yeah,
he'll have an optic blast.
If he doesn't, shame on them.
I would be surprised if anyone made a Cyclops optic blast where he's not holding his visor. Like they remember he doesn't need to do that.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping, and not to sorry sideshow, but it would be cool. Whatever pieces they don't make of Sentinel bases and this and that, it would be nice if you get somebody to sculpt ones that look just like the sideshow ones and add it to your whole display. That would be nice.
Y'all gotta think about another thing too. Do you guys think we'll probably get an Iceman? Because that will definitely be in snow.
They don't care. They're never gonna do Iceman.
Yeah, they won't do this.
Yeah, I think X-Tems is going to be the only Iceman quarter.
He's not in the animated series team, and he's not. He's so low on the tier list for them. They're not gonna go.
Yeah, but they'll do Kitty Pryde.
But if you think about it,
Kitty Pryde is an exclusive, bro.
Iceman kind of matches the whole feel with the sideshow pieces.
But are these sideshow statues really that close to the animated series? I mean, I think there's several things that are kind of like not, accurate to the animated series. So we can't really go off based off the animated series.
Yeah, you have a point.
We're going based Sam's going off of like the cultural popularity.
And I get what you guys are saying, where he's maybe like a standalone, but technically isn't Iceman the actual one of the first X-Men?
Yeah, but casuals don't care about that.
Oh, yeah, Jesse, and you said it before, Tim. I forgot about that. They fight in X-Men 28, Sabretooth and Jean with the snow bases.
X-Men by Jim Lee, like that era?
I don't recall.
The 90s are you talking about?
I don't know. Let's go to my box of tricks.
Yeah, X-Men 28.
Crazy.
So there could only be 2 snow bases out of a whole lot of them. Huh.
Yep. Cyclops inside.
Maybe Cyclops will be on like a lava base. They'll just completely.
Now, if they do, where is Professor Xavier going to be? That's the biggest question.
I don't even think they'll make them.
They're not going to.
Oh, they gotta make them. Come on.
Really?
It'd be nice.
They're
not going to make them.
The XM one's okay.
Right here, bro.
I don't like either of them.
Whoa.
The XM
not even the old school wheelchair one.
I like the old wheelchair.
So do
I like the switch outs of the other one on the wheelchair.
So this is the X-Men
okay.
28.
Yeah, where do you see?
Oh wow.
Well, it's probably somewhere inside the comic book, obviously.
Let me click that.
I kind of like that cover.
He's gonna give her a kiss.
Looks like.
Oh, look at her hips are blue. Interesting.
Oh, Aiden, remember I said that shit? They should have shitted that shit out in blue. Look at that.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, and I was kind of thinking, I'm like, damn, I could have sworn I saw that shit in blue somewhere.
Not only is it blue, you can see her collarbone in there.
No, but I actually mentioned sometime last week.
That collarbone thing, you're not gonna let that shit go. They ain't gonna let that shit go for a while.
No, but I said last week, I'm like, damn, they should have shaded her pads in blue. And Aiden told me, no, they're gold. So now I'm looking at this, I'm like, shit. And now you pointed out, it's like, shit, it's blue.
Well, the crazy thing is why did they decide to not modernize her costume and go without the headpiece and everything? I was shocked that they went with the old school, you know what I mean, on her versus modernizing her since the movie and everything.
I like her. I like her OG costume. To
Oh,
be honest.
either way is fine, but it was just a shock to me. I was really surprised.
Well, there you go.
Yo,
Yeah, I like her
Tofi Attic Bite says, I don't need a statue of an old disabled bald guy touching his temple.
Damn.
Whoa.
Damn.
Damn.
Jeez.
Ultra descriptive.
Wow.
Damn.
All right.
He just said
X-Men
Professor
28.
Xavier can suck it. Wow. Jesus.
Tim, I want a Moira McTaggart.
Oh my gosh.
And I want her with a submachine gun.
A submachine gun. Oh.
Dude, first appearance.
Look at
Moira
this.
McTaggart.
This is Logan and Scott in the bar.
Oh.
Okay. We're getting somewhere.
Dropping science.
Tim, you have X-Men comics? Or you like X-Men?
Did you see the look on his face?
I just actually went and bought this at the store just now. That's where I walked away.
Nice.
This is a
The
nice
same
little
store where you
ad.
get Anatomy
This is an
books?
ad for Punisher War Journal, right here.
I have that. I have the issue with Spider-Man.
Suicide Run. Oh, one of my favorite stories.
Tim, I thought you were going to pull a Punisher with war paint on his face out.
He won't. It doesn't exist.
Oh, Jesus.
Well. What do we have here is a small mini issue of Punisher War Journal where he does not have paint on his motherfucking face.
You goddamn right.
Goddamn right. Nova.
Man, that gamma's gonna look badass next to that robe, man.
Yo, when do you think we'll see a Nova premium format? Oh my gosh.
Nova Custom.
I don't know. Buy my Nova Custom, everyone.
I think XM. If anything, I think XM will come out with a Nova, of course.
Tim, did you ever decipher what Emma Frost is doing on the XM piece? How her pose was?
No, I have no clue.
No.
I have no clue, but because I'm making too much sense, Ohami don't like me for it.
Oh, man.
He's making too much sense and you don't like him for it.
Too much sense about what?
What the fuck is Emma doing on her pose? Yo, my man, they do not fight in the snow at all in this whole issue.
Damn.
There you go.
Whoa.
They fight, but they ain't fighting in the snow. Oh, she's fucking him up good too.
That was Jesse said that.
Yeah, she's definitely fucking him up.
Isn't there a part in the animated series where he's fighting her or something and they're in the snow or no?
Is it at least snowing outside? Damn.
Is there frost on the frost on the
Gene during this era?
Yeah, they should have done the pink energy around her instead of the fire.
I don't know why they did the fire.
No clue.
They're too. I hate the whole Phoenix shit. Just get over it.
Well, maybe Disney told them you gotta make Phoenix, you know.
Yeah, they told them to put her on snow.
Maybe.
She's a fiery ginger.
Oh, she's angry, real angry at Xavier. Oh my gosh. Yeah, brothers and sister, not there, not fighting in the snow. But oh man, Punisher War Journal without face paint. Yo, so for everybody, 27 people are still watching us. For everybody watching, this is what happens when we cut off the show, and then we'll just stay.
And then we end up cutting the second show, and then we stay up.
That's now we get into the final stage where we stay up till the sun come up. We want to thank you, brothers and sisters, for a wonderful evening.
Damn. Oh, shit. Whoa.
Sabretooth is taking a piece right there.
Whoa.
She's like, "Stop it, you brute!" And he's all like, "Give me some, bitch.
Give me the glow." He said, "Give me the glow."
We want to thank you, brothers and sisters, for a wonderful evening. Oh, man. Never have so few owed so much to so many.
Yes.
Good night.
Farewell, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, Pete.